Aliu. 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 Aliu, everybody! Welcome to the stream! I'm like real Hadouken. And get you, baby, on my side. I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride. Explain to me, this is a game for me, but baby, you're my destiny. I wanna take you for a ride. Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Aliu! Aliu! Yeah! MVC2. This is an inspired MVC2 song. I want to take you for a ride, obviously, from the character select theme, and then the 8 Big Band really struck gold with this one. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Roy. I'll be your bunny host for this evening. I specialize in voice acting. I do a bunch of collaborative games with my friends. And speaking of those friends, I should probably call them. I feel like friends pretty good. Friends pretty good. Friends pretty good. Friends pretty good. Cool and hi, Roy. Aliu! Hey, thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome, welcome. I wanna take you for a ride. Roy Connor will be at Power Morphicon. Hey, Jovu Ange, did you know that Connor and my group, Zeus and Kane, are all running a panel together? Matt, whoa, that's crazy. I had no idea that Connor was going to be at Power Morphicon. Whoa, it's a good thing I found out now. You're a little bit behind. I appreciate the gumption. I appreciate the gusto, if you will. Cannot wait. So hype. I'm so excited. Henshin! Exactly. What's up? Hi! You guys, it's Power Rangers night. I got a protein shake. I got gamer subs. Use code Roy at checkout for 10% off. Kamen Rider fan. I like Kamen Rider as well. It's just I'm a lot further back and less educated. Kane knows more about Kamen Rider than I do. So, yeah. Is the panel just going to be an hour of geeking out? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely is going to be. So, Aliu! I have a single Oreo. I'm gonna eat this single Oreo. Thank God I could never catch every stream, so I thought there wasn't going to be a panel. Why wouldn't there be a panel? Wait, why wouldn't there be a panel? We just announced it. We just announced it. We literally just announced it. Hold on. I like quote retweeted it and everything. Hold on. It's on my Twitter. There we go. I found it. There you go. Panel at Power Morphicon this Saturday. It's 12 p.m. PST, right? Yeah, 12 p.m. PST. 12 p.m. PST. Bam! Pin that. Shkapow! Got it. Man! What a time. Nimpu! Shinobi Tings! I prefer Jinrai! Shinobi Tings! Because they kind of like scream it more, you know. It's a little bit more guttural, you know. It's from the chest. You gotta say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, I love it. I love it. How's your day? It's been pretty good. As you guys know, Mondays are my Fridays, so I get to end my week with a Power Rangers talk. And then tomorrow, we've got Hot Men Among Us. And then Wednesday, I've got another hot man in my kitchen. It's Crimson Roos. He's going to be helping me make something caffeinated. We decided on the recipe earlier, so I'm very excited about that. It's just a week full of collabs, you know? So I made it. Welcome! We're glad to have you. We're so glad to have you. What is this? Oh, there's a Shovel Knight. Neat. You guys like Shovel Knight? I feel like Shovel Knight's pretty pog. Lightspeed Rescue. They had such a cool original fight scenes. God bless Koichi Sakamoto. There are some really cool ones, you know? But man, I've finally been able to join. Welcome in, Lee B. We're glad to have you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. It be the bunny. It do be. You are, in fact, correcto. No es falso. Es cierto. Es cierto. Is that Kane? Is that my boy Kane? Is that my boy Kane?
Yeah, why were you rolling your R's?
Oh, I was speaking Spanish.
I can tell. Why?
Well, because I said something. No es falso. Es cierto.
Es falso. What does that mean?
No es falso.
hablo español.
Okay, think about it for a second. No
Okay.
es falso.
No falsities?
No es falso.
I don't. Es
It's
false?
it's not false. No
It's
es
not
falso.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
That's it. You're making it more complicated than it has to be.
No falsities. No. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway. Hi, Zeus as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I just noticed that you guys were muted on my end, that they didn't hear the whole
Oh,
Spanish
I can't believe
debacle that was happening.
You muted us.
I don't know if I would call it
I
a
did
debacle.
not mute you guys.
Is that what it's going to
Really
be going
quickly,
down as?
everyone. How is the volume for Roy and Zeus? Do I need to adjust it at all?
Hopefully
I
they're
should be
not that
better
loud.
because I figured out how to
Okay.
fix my crap. So I might be loud for you, actually.
Actually, yes. You were very loud when I
Let's
joined.
go!
Yeah, I think you
fixed
guys are
it.
okay levels on my end.
fixed
They're
it.
okay,
Okay.
right, chat?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
They're
They were
all good?
committing war crimes. No, they're not.
Zeus is louder than Roy, but it's fine.
Whoa.
Okay.
Never
Lower
thought I'd
me
hear that.
down.
I'm lowering you down.
Never thought I'd hear that.
Thank
Whoa,
you.
that's crazy. The Spanish incident. Oh my god, it's like the Spanish Inquisition all
The
over again.
Spanish in his. Oh no. Oh no, not like this.
There we go.
Well, welcome in everybody to another wonderful episode of Power Rangers Talks. We've got K-Knight.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
So that's Kane Knight. He's 1/5 of the Vtuber group Invicta.
I
Royal
am.
Knight to his majesty.
I
And
am.
you are his MC on the second route of his Ultimate
You
visual
are.
novel.
Otome game, but it's semantics.
Yeah. Is an Otome a visual novel not the same as an Otome game?
I mean, technically not. Like, for example,
Ooh.
Digimon Survive. That's a visual novel, but not an Otome game.
Mm. So it's like saying a square is a rectangle, or a rectangle is
Sure.
a square, but a square is not
Yes.
a rectangle.
Yes.
There we go. I
Yes.
got it. And we've got
Alright.
Zeus Mythos.
Hi. Hello.
Is that it? Just hi, hello.
What else do you want me to say?
That's a very typical Zeus
You know
intro.
what? You know what? It's true. We take it. Guys, we're so happy to be here and especially excited because this Saturday, I've got
This
the pin
Saturday.
tweet and everything. I've got the pin tweet and
Yeah.
everything. Check it out.
12 p.m.
p.m.
PST to 1
Close
p.m.
enough.
PST.
We're going to be having a panel at Power Morphicon.
Power
Good.
Let's go!
So if you guys have not already checked out our Twitters, we've been tweeting about it for a few days now. We finally
I
got
just
to make the-
retweeted mine.
Hey, there you go. We finally got
There
to
we
make
go.
the official announcement and everything like that. So it's all squared away. And because there was one person that said it, I'm putting them on blast. Did you guys know Connor's going to be there? Connor the Waffle's going to be at Power Morph. Whoa, that's crazy. I had no idea.
That is wild.
Whoa.
Wait, Roy, can you
Whoa.
tell me who that is?
See, Connor the Waffle is actually the person that makes the videos that we've been reacting to for the past couple of months.
No way!
Isn't that crazy?
No way.
That's insane!
That is wild. Oh
It
my
just-
goodness.
It just caught me so off guard because they were like, Roy, did you know that Connor was going to be at Power Morphicon? I was like, yeah, we're on the panel together.
I had no idea.
Like, whoa, good thing you told me. It would have been such a crazy thing to see him on the panel and not know.
Hey, so who are you? Hold on a sec. You're not a VTuber.
Hold on a minute.
You're
Wait
not
a minute
no.
here.
Hold
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute
All the
here.
love in the world to Connor. I can't wait to finally meet him.
Meet.
Because none of us are going to physically be there except for Connor. So
Yeah.
this is going to be kind of exciting.
I'm very, very pumped. Very pumped. Very excited.
We're all
But-
excited.
That is not the reason we are here today. Well, I guess we can be happy about that too. But
Right.
the reason we're here today is because our planet is falling.
The signal is calling. Our planet is falling. You missed the whole lyric.
I was leading into it though. I was skipping ahead to make it faster and transition.
Well, why
easier.
did you skip to the second line? The first line is never mind.
Well, I don't know. It felt like it fit better as a transitional point.
I mean, I feel like it's the same. Never mind.
It felt like it fit better. You know what?
It's okay.
Blueska, dude. Just gonzo, dunzo.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm glad you guys are having fun.
It's the lyrics. The Lightspeed rescue theme.
It's true. It's true and real. It's true and real. All right, let me go ahead and pause my music.
Power Rangers Lightspeed.
Lightspeed rescue!
The
I'll move
signal
over.
is
Here, there you
calling.
go.
A planet is falling.
The danger will
We'll
test you.
test you. Better make it a Lightspeed rescue.
Power Ranger. Anyway, so for those of you that are unaware, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue is the first season in the franchise thus far that does not have a single returning cast member aside from team ups, and completely breaks away from any of the other previous storytelling. It's why I will always say Lost Galaxy is the end of the Zordon era. Even though people are like, no, it's just that's the post Zordon. No, it's not. Because
Hold on.
go ahead.
No. I feel like continue, but I feel like we should sum it up for everyone that has no idea. Like, because I have a bunch of first-time chatters that are coming in from the PMC announcement. So, if for some reason you don't know what's been happening on Power Rangers, let's give them a quick run through in the worst way possible.
Oh, just go through the seasons.
Just
Oh
go-
no.
All right, Zeus, what happened in Mighty Morphin season 1?
Now
what
you're
you're
putting
asking
Zeus
me.
on blast.
How
Oh, absolutely
dare you
I am.
Put me in the hot seat.
Go,
How
Zeus, go!
could you?
Come on, you're a professional in Yaponomics. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
but
am a
no,
professional.
it's true. It's true.
Ow. I probably can't do it justice compared to how you guys would do it.
Wow,
but I
the
would-
deflect. I like that.
I'm just saying. I'm
Wow.
just saying. I
Wow.
can probably skim through most of it. Let's just say there are 5 teenagers, including another one, and they're
Including another one.
Another one.
It started out as 5, okay? Until Tommy showed up, okay?
Okay.
Technically, it was 5 until there was one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
But yeah, Tommy
Oh
has
my
this
gosh.
has this Green Ranger subscription. It just kept going on and off.
Your
But you know,
subscription.
I'm not wrong though.
That's
I
so
mean,
funny.
You're not incorrect. Es cierto, no es falso.
No hablo español.
Oh my
No
God.
hablo español.
No hablo español.
If I said no es falso, what do you think that means, Zeus?
You said it earlier, right? It's not false.
Thank you. That's it. It feels pretty self-explanatory. No es falso. It feels pretty. Anyway, Zeus. And is that all you got from Mighty Morphin season 1?
If it's not going into any details, yeah.
Oh my God.
So 3 of them left, and then one of them left, and then they got ninja powers, and then their base went, and then they got, and then they went
their
back in
Megazords
time,
also got kaput.
Another one left, and then another one came back from Africa.
and then they got
And then
they
they
got
got-
turned into kids, and time went backwards. Yes, time went
Yeah,
backwards.
they went to the yeehaw.
They went to the yeehaw at some point, and then
Yep.
Lost Galaxy is part of the galaxy. Oh my god, it's part of the Zordon era. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream.
And then they got their powers from a rock, which gave them shapes for faces.
True.
And then another one of them came back, but oh wait, hold on. No, an alien came back who was actually triplets, but it couldn't happen, so he gave it to another person who came back, and then they eventually went to an island to go for a wedding. Technically, that's
after they turned the rocks into cars.
Yes, they turned the rocks into cars.
And there's also space cars that fell from Earth.
Yes, so space cars, and they're still fighting, and they stopped the wedding, but they're still fighting against I guess a pirate.
Yes, and then
And then
half of them left.
Once as
well, they, half of them left. They all graduated. They're all old now, and so they were like, "Hey, let's get some fresh blood in here." And then they got baked into a giant pizza. Did we ever tell you about that? That's crazy.
Anyway, by the time anyway,
baked into a giant.
That's Tommy, the Red Zeno Power Ranger. Oh my gosh.
And then their base went, and then they went up into space. Met a blonde dude who was like, "Get off my ship." Actually, never mind. Here's a morphers. Fight with me.
True.
I guess.
True.
And then was like, "Hey, here's my frozen best friend." And then he woke up and was like, I'm weak." And then he got hit by lightning, and then he wasn't weak anymore. And then they find his long lost kidnapped sister. Wow, that got dark real fast.
And then Andros murders Zordon.
Yeah.
And nothing else important happens.
Then she comes back to life.
Yep.
And then we go into another galaxy with more people
and more returning people
and more people that die, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think for me the core memory is when like the Red Ranger ripped his shirt off and Roy just went ballistic. That is a core memory for me.
Wait, I've got it. Hold on. Wait, pause. Wait, pause.
Love that.
Okay.
Love that.
Okay.
Wait, pause. Wait, pause. Wait, pause.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'll just have it. It's on my stream, but you guys can't see it.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just playing the GIF over and over again. This is the one that Zeus is talking about, by the way.
The shirt rip.
The shirt rip. Yeah.
Roy's chat can probably see it right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Goodness.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, the bottom line is that Galaxy is part of the Zordon era because just because Zordon's dead doesn't mean that the Zordon era is over. You know?
The great power, as long as we believe in it, lives in all of it. I don't remember the quote. I don't.
To those that possess the great power, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
There you go.
It's like you've never seen the movie, Kane. 300 times.
I don't remember the exact quote. Yeah, if you ask me about Forever Red, that's a whole other story.
True. Did Zordon's death destroy the Morphin Grid? No, it rebalanced good and evil in the universe.
So the Morphin Grid isn't exclusive to Zordon. It's kind of the best way to explain it to someone who's never seen is essentially the Force from Star Wars. It's this all power something that everyone kind of has access to. Whether or not you use it for good or evil, that's all up to you.
Yeah.
But then there's all these like balancing powers in play. Some of which I'm not a fan of.
We don't talk about the Morphin Masters. It's okay. We don't have to worry about them.
Get to that at a later time.
Yeah. But for now, and back to what I was saying, this is the first season not part of the Zordon era. Completely original cast, completely original characters. Hit me.
I'm sorry. No, I just think it's funny that you've tried to say this 3 times.
You have.
And now we get a completely new original story that's not tied into any of the other seasons with none of the other characters except for crossovers. And I think first US original Ranger as well.
Oh.
Which is gonna be very interesting. So we will dive into that. We'll have a banger of an opening theme. And we will I don't know. I was gonna say shift into turbo, but like, there's nothing for Lightspeed rescue because like they just say Lightspeed rescue.
They put their guns in the thing, and it activates their. So,
anyway,
it's hard. It's kind of hard to explain. You know how like if you put a key in an ignition and you turn, that's what activates your car or whatever.
Yeah.
So for Lightspeed rescue, they take off the handles of their guns and they stick it in a slot, and that's what activates. It's their key essentially.
Anyway, we'll get into it soon. Anyway, let's dive in.
Yeah, we're not there yet, obviously, but
was an in-spirit sequel to In Space, an epilogue and final farewell to the Zordon era of Power Rangers.
Thank you! Yes! Good job, Connor! Started off the first 7
Roy
seconds.
already getting a win.
Listen, this is the best video Connor's ever made already. He agrees with me, clearly. It's gonna be a banger of a video already.
Unlike the one where they talked about the movie. And, yep.
Listen, not every video is a banger, okay? All right, listen, you know.
They don't believe it.
Now I'm the one with the muscles and the power, okay?
Now I'm the one with the muscles and the power.
Into the fire. Into the fire. Into the fire. Oh my god, okay.
And once it all came to an end, all gloves were off. Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue was a fresh start, a blank slate, completely independent from the past 7 years.
I've said that.
Needing to start
That was
over
me.
and
I said
give
that.
a new beginning to everything. The Rangers, the villains, how would they do it? Maybe they'll just adapt the Sentai. QQ Sentai Go-Go 5 was the 23rd season of Super Sentai. It followed teenagers not only battling monsters, but rescuing
Whoa. They're not teenagers. They're like full-grown adults.
That's wild.
Well, that's a blur.
Well, that is a blur, but they're not. Wait, huh? They're full-ass adults. Anyway,
helping people in need, whether in their Ranger form or not.
True.
Heroes, no matter the situation. This sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
How would the first true standalone season of Power Rangers since Mighty Morphin hold up? Well, only one way to find out.
Time to learn.
Operation Lightspeed. We
It's
start off with
blurry
these
enough to be
nomads traveling
Bigfoot.
through a vague desert
Damn!
area. One of them falls into a pit, Mike style, and comes across a tomb.
Oh no, not
Where
Mike.
naturally, they stupidly open it up and release evil energy onto the world. We then cut
Stupidly
to a
open up.
military base.
Listen, sometimes you find an ancient space dumpster and you just have to open it
You
up.
sometimes just gotta open it.
Yeah.
You don't think of the consequences like, oh, I'll open this. Maybe it won't kill me.
Sometimes you just
there's
see
a
it fall.
chance.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen. Sometimes it just falls to the ground, and you grab the nearest power drill, and then like, and you try drilling into it, and that song starts playing in the background. Sometimes it just happens.
Exactly.
You know?
Does she know what song you're talking about?
I'm probably not. That's Vulcan Skull's theme song.
It's just burned into my head forever. You know.
Literally drilled into your head.
Drilled! But if I don't open it, how do I know what's inside? It could be an evil space switch named Rita. I have to open it.
You have to open it.
I have to open it.
And
Anyway,
then after 3,000 years, she'll finally be free.
after 10,000 years?
I picked a number.
They picked a.
Kane, it's the first line of every episode.
I know.
Kane, it's like you don't even watch.
Oh my god.
Fake fan!
You're a fake fan. Oh
Fake
no.
fan! I'm fan checking you right now.
Yeah,
This
well,
girl named Dana informs their captain and father, named Captain Mitchell, about the situation. He grabs some folders and says, "It's time."
It's time.
We see a stuntman showing
It's
off in
time.
his plane.
Also,
This
Fire
is
Emblem
Joel
music playing in the
Rawlings,
background.
aka the Sky Cowboy. While he's signing autographs,
I
these
like
men in
Joel.
suits show up and say
I
he
love
needs
Joel.
to come with them.
He's fun.
Cut to another character,
I love Porcelain
Kelsey
Man.
Winslow, a rock climber, clearly not afraid of anything.
Someone pointed this out recently. I haven't found the pictures, but apparently she just did a reshoot of herself in.
oh yeah, it was on Twitter.
Oh.
I think it was on, or maybe it was on her Instagram.
You
But
got
it was
me.
really, she looks good. She looks great.
I'll have to check it out, but that makes me happy that like people still embrace Power Rangers that late into like their careers, because this was like 22 years ago, 23 years
I
ago.
believe she's wearing the suit as well to PMC. I could be wrong. If I remember the post correctly, I believe she's wearing it to PMC.
That's dope.
Oh,
That's
that's
dope.
nice. That's cool.
That's dope.
When she
Hell
makes
yeah.
it to the top of the mountain, same thing. The suits grab her. They then go to SeaWorld to enjoy themselves. Just kidding.
Ah, yes,
They grab
SeaWorld.
another man performing with the Dolphins, Chad Lee. And with that, there's only one more man.
Why'd they
need.
say it like
Chad
that?
A firefighter named Carter
Chad
Grayson.
Lee.
Before they
Yeah,
can
Chad
grab him,
Lee.
he's busy
There was
saving
a
a little
dash in
girl
there.
from a burning building, fearlessly charging in to save her. During his rescue and before
this
the
is
building
Captain America,
explodes,
Zeus.
he notices
Yep.
something in
This
the
is
distance.
Captain. Okay.
When they make it out, Dana says she's a paramedic and will take care of the girl's injuries. We also then get a quick introduction to our villains: Diabolico, Loki, Vipra, and Baby Olympius. Cutting back to
Damn,
the
she
teens,
pretty.
they get taken to an underwater.
I'm glad you said something. I hope you keep that opinion of her throughout the entire season.
Okay. That sounds ominous.
I hate her. Anyway,
Oh,
called
okay.
Lightspeed Aqua Base.
Aqua Base.
Everyone's curious as to what's going on, with Joel especially being the most impatient.
I don't know who you are, but this is illegal. This is kidnapping.
Captain Mitchell
I
then
mean,
drops
yes.
some lore on us.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Bay, the city they
That
all
is
live in,
kind of true.
was built on
Yeah.
top of some ancient burial grounds. Many years ago, a powerful sage trapped these demons inside a chest. But it's recently been opened again, allowing the evil demons to roam free. And they want to take over Mariner Bay and build a demon palace on top of it. But this military group has been in charge overseeing the situation. Joel has the most understandable response.
I heard you out. I think you're nuts. I'm out of here.
Carter, however, remembers that figure he saw
Understandable.
in the
Have a
burning
nice
building.
day.
I just love, like, Joel so much reminds me of how they played Zach back in the day with, like, the
Yeah.
mannerisms that he had, like, right at the beginning, you know?
But he's very realistic.
Yeah.
And far more realistic, I feel, than Zach. My biggest issue with Joel in this specific sequence is, and you know what I'm talking about, Roy.
Oh, I'm ready.
The whole monsters aren't real thing.
Yeah.
When it's very clearly, yeah, monsters are kind of real.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it, Zeus, because it's this season where they mention this.
Okay, but like, if he still has that like idea, even when he's a Power Ranger and he's fighting,
Oh,
like,
it's not
actual
him.
monsters,
It's not
It's
him.
not
Okay.
him.
It's
It's,
a-
not him.
Yeah.
There's someone else that says this later on in the season that's like, oh, you know what? Monsters aren't real. But then he says this here is like, I think you're nuts and I'm gonna leave. He's like, wait, but you know that monsters exist. Why are you saying that they're nuts?
I think in this case, because, like, we've only had a couple seasons of Power Rangers at this point where it's been
Yeah.
like, okay, well, it was Rita and Zed and, you know, outer space related stuff and literally a galaxy, and they have no idea about the Lost Galaxy Rangers because that was far, far away, deep in space, you know?
What galaxy unknown?
Exactly. So it's like, I kind of understand it because this is the first time since the Z Wave that we've had a threat on Earth.
That's fair.
So
Mhm.
I understand it, but I also have, you know, we have
you have
hindsight.
some gripes with it. Yeah.
No, we have hindsight. I can look back and be like,
Okay.
that's why he had that reaction. So I get where you're
Okay.
coming from,
Mhm.
though, Kane.
hmm
Yeah. Also, thank you for the Prime. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the Lurkana.
Thank you.
Believing the story. Just then, Lightspeed HQ gets an emergency report saying a demon is attacking Mariner Bay.
Uh-oh.
And once everyone sees the damage these demons are doing and the harm it's causing the people, everyone is immediately on board.
What do we do first?
Captain Mitchell gives them their morphers,
Yeah.
including giving one to Dana, to her surprise, who will be their fifth. They grab their matching jackets, which look cool,
I
and
do
hop
like the
into the Jeep
jackets.
that'll be their
Jackets
main
are
mode of
nice.
transportation. The Rangers arrive onto the scene and do battle with that fire monster and the Batlings. The Batlings are this season's foot soldiers, and to say they look absolutely stupid would be an understatement.
You're not incorrect.
I don't think they're that bad, though.
They're not. They're not that bad. He's not wrong.
They
but
do. Yeah.
They're not
Comparatively,
the worst, but they're funny looking.
yeah, comparatively
laugh.
to like the
Yeah.
Stingwingers and the Piranatrons and the Quantrons, yeah, they're a little lackluster. But
Yeah. Also,
but
they have little
not
batlings
bad.
at the side as well. Okay. Sure. Why not?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
also the first season since since Zeo that we're using the actual foot soldiers from the Sentai.
Oh, okay.
So it's been 3 whole seasons. Turbo, In Space, and Lost Galaxy all had original foot soldiers. So crazy.
This is just from Sentai. Also, why are they stealing eggs?
There's
Doesn't know the answer to that. I don't.
there's a logical explanation for this.
Mm-hmm.
However, they are pretty strong, overpowering the Rangers.
Okay.
Captain Mitchell calls them and just tells them to use the morphers. And, like it was second nature to them.
You want to destroy Mariner Bay? Let's go through us.
I do love this morph.
Ready?
Lightspeed, rescue!
Rescue!
It's
The
so
Rangers
satisfying.
morph into the Lightspeed Rescue Rangers. And the citizens are more than excited. The morphing sequence itself is alright. It kind of looks like SpongeBob crashing through the wall in that one scene. But
I like it a lot.
once morphed,
I was gonna say, I really like it.
Damn.
That's not the way I would have described
Yeah.
it. Okay, hold on.
Like-
Someone make a note of this. I need to ask Connor about this. What caused you to think of that first?
I don't know, man. Something about
Well,
like the
What
crest.
tier do we put this on, Roy? I forgot.
I think you gave it like a B.
Okay. It's okay, yeah. It's okay. It's not the best. It's it just I see what they mean.
I think that's really personally. I think that's really cool because like it goes over and then as soon as it's through, the lightning comes out, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I think it's really cool looking.
I like this so much.
I think it's pretty dope. And then the zoom into the face, you see the visor come down because they have the
Yeah.
rebreathers. You know.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I need you to explain, Roy. I have Blue Liz in my chat saying
Sure.
they have interesting masks.
Yes. So these are just breathing apparatuses because Lightspeed Rescue, like Go-Go 5, the source material, are rescue-based seasons. So a lot of the time that they were expecting the Rangers to be in situations where they might not be able to breathe properly, like in a fire. So Carter, for example, is a firefighter. So having something like this to kind of help him breathe in those really smoky situations makes sense. And they have them in the helmets to help them in those situations. I think they also have limited underwater breathing for like a very short amount of time. And then like also if there's like toxic smog or something like that, like
Unlike the
the
Zeo
rebreathers help.
powers.
Yeah.
Unlike the Zeo powers.
But they cannot breathe in space. They do not work like that. And I only know
I
that.
think they were talking about the shapes.
Oh, why the helmets are like that? Or
Yeah,
why
I
the
was waiting for you.
rebreathers?
I mean, that's cool too. Yeah, but I was
Oh.
expecting you to explain the shapes.
My bad. Let me go back. Okay. So
But that was great. I'm really happy that you explained that genuinely.
So you can see this shape that's kind of wrapping over Carter here, and then I will kind of fast forward it to his helmet being kind of completed. So this symbol here on Carter's helmet is a firefighter symbol. It's a fire badge. Each ranger has a different badge pertaining to each of their professions. It's not as one-to-one as it is in Sentai, but in Sentai it was firefighting for red. For blue, it was a fire hose technician, or like also handled things like nitrogen to handle bigger fires. Green was like rescue pilot, so they had a different shape. Yellow was a cop, so they had a different shape for their badge. And then pink was a paramedic, so they had a paramedic symbol for theirs. And that's what all of the Rangers have. So each of them correspond to kind of their professions outside of being a Ranger.
It kind of translates to this too, but not nearly as much as it did in Go-Go 5, the Japanese Super Sentai.
Yeah. And then someone in chat saying yellow is for hazmat rescue in America. Is it?
Is it?
I'll take your word for it if it is. I genuinely don't know. Yeah, I was going to say it's a cop in
All
Japan
right.
because it's what the shape of their badge is. That's what it's called? Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I like it.
All right.
Once morphed, the Rangers naturally laid a smack down on the Batlings. Seriously, the fight choreography is really insane here. They somehow stepped up their game.
Luigi
As for the
Sakamoto,
costumes
let's
themselves,
go!
I'm not the biggest fan of them. The umbrella pattern on the chest, I get it, is supposed to be symbolic, like protection, like
Oh, Connor.
Oh no.
Oh, Connor.
Oh no. The first disagreement.
Well, it's
oh,
not.
no.
It's not disagreement. It's
because
like a siren. Like I think we talked about this before. It's like a siren flashing on their chest. You know.
Yeah.
They're not umbrellas. Yeah, I was gonna say Yonder exited in chat. It's like this is not Umbrella Corps. This is not Umbrella from Resident Evil. Okay. Oh my gosh.
an umbrella, but it's a little too basic and boring. The helmets are cool though, especially Carter's, resembling a firefighter emblem.
Yes.
They pull out their blasters and blow the monster to high heaven, where they then unmorph in front of everyone, with the citizens of Mariner Bay being thankful to the Rangers. The episode ending with a job well done, but Captain Mitchell says now is not the time for celebrating. These demons now know that the Rangers exist, and they'll be coming for them even harder.
It's a good first episode.
Operation Lightspeed is a really good...
Bro, this game!
So I didn't have this
Polygons.
one. I wanted this one, but I got the Game Boy Color version of the game, which was not great.
I played this one. This is the N64 one. I think it's also on PS1. But it's just like a 3D scrolling beat 'em up. And I remember actually really enjoying it, you know?
The Game Boy Color one is a platformer. It was... I don't think I've ever beaten it. It's insanely difficult.
Of course it is. Game Boy games like that were always like ridiculous.
It's like the first one since Mighty Morphin to not be a two-parter. And honestly, I kind of like it. Despite only being one episode, they set up these characters, villains, and personalities really strong from the get-go.
Yeah!
Carter has a strong leader vibe that hasn't been present in a Red Ranger in a while. But he's a bit more nuanced. He's not afraid of danger and will do whatever it takes to do the right.
He's not afraid of danger, you say? Whoa!
Whoa!
That's crazy.
It's like he's a firefighter that rushed into fires. Wow.
See, now you're thinking with fire. There you go.
I get it.
Now you're playing with power.
I get it.
Okay,
The power is on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But that means he's a bit hot-headed, as evidenced with him attempting to drive the Jeep into the monster, not thinking of the consequences.
I mean,
Dana is also fairly interesting.
I think that's
Being
pretty
the captain's
cool.
daughter, there's more she has to live up to and prove she's worthy
Not
of
dying,
her
is
spot.
it?
Joel, however,
I
is
mean, listen. Oh, did my tracking just break? Oh, it's because someone broke me with redeems. Thanks, that queer guy. I appreciate it.
Hi.
Hell yeah. Welcome in. Hi.
the star so far. His cocky, jokey attitude is so charming. He plays the lovable a-hole so perfectly.
It's really
He's
good.
arrogant, but not to the point where it's unlikable, considering he always has done the right thing when duty calls. As for Kelsey and Chad, they kinda suffer from just being there.
Yeah.
But hey, it's only episode 1.
no.
Maybe things will change.
Well, I mean,
Captain Mitchell
it's the first episode, but we'll get there more. But I kind of agree with that for kind of the whole season. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's very much these are the important characters, and then everyone else is kind of like secondary.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little unfortunate, but
Yeah.
you know.
Chad and Kelsey do have some great moments, though. I'm thinking specifically like later on, but yeah, it's definitely the Carter and Dana show for a long time with sometimes Joel, and I mean most people that remember Lightspeed really like Carter, so not a bad thing, I guess.
Carter is the
Captain
one that most
America.
people remember.
Yeah. If you remember our time with Underhill, he was very infatuated with Carter.
They were.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Both of you have a lot of debates, while
Yes.
both of us there were just there.
Listen, I'm very strongly opinionated in my right opinions, you know?
of something we haven't had in the series.
I see.
Yes, Underhill is very wrong. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Noted.
Yeah.
For a while. A mentor. After Zordon in the first bit of Turbo, there wasn't a real mentor. And no, Demetria doesn't count. With Lightspeed Rescue being a military operation, it really opened up the door to some more interesting dynamics. For example, the Rangers just morphing out in broad daylight. Yeah, it makes sense.
I like that.
They're not vigilante teenagers fighting crime anymore. This is an official government operation, so it's fine for the public to know who they are.
Are they actually part of the government, or is it just a dude that was like, I have money and technology, I'm gonna build this base, and the one day that they show up? Because like
I actually don't know 100%. I was actually talking about Lightspeed Rescue to someone else the other day, ironically enough, and it was just in the grand scale, power scale of like all the Rangers, who was like the weakest Power Ranger team. And I said Lightspeed Rescue mainly because they were made for primarily rescue, and it feels like fighting the demons was an afterthought.
yeah.
And so I don't know if this is like a government thing. If it's a government thing, it makes sense to like implement the demon fighting thing first, you know, and then rescue second. You know what I mean?
I think
someone in my
Sure.
comment in my chat said Lightspeed is government funded in the comics.
I mean it makes sense. The only
That makes sense.
I'm thinking of something that happens later that is like I'm like, is it government sanctioned or is it more like the government is aware of it and kind of lets it be until they decide that they need to take over kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's where I'm kind of like, I can't remember which it specifically was. But
If the comics say it, I mean, I guess it is, but I also don't follow comic canon.
I have some people in my chat saying it's lore, it's canon, it's in the wiki. I mean, like I said, I think it's just a weird like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
I understand
is the government
completely.
okay with it, or is it actually like a branch of the government? That's why I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's one of those things
Okay.
where it's like, well, we can't do anything, so you've got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of thing.
I've
Yeah.
always been under that impression myself, so.
True.
The villains also being demons is really cool because it's an in-lore explanation as to why they exist. They're not evil
it's just
aliens that
demons.
could have been affected by Zordon's Z-Wave. Now, let's talk about the Lightspeed Rescue theme song,
It's
shall
so
we?
good.
I don't know how to say this, but it goes so hard.
Yes!
It's amazing. Sure, the main lyrics consist of the singer just saying, Power Rangers, Lightspeed, Rescue! But the song absolutely peaks when that guitar solo comes in.
There's a guitar song? Oh wow!
Wow, I did a lot of yapping for one episode. Let's continue on and see where we go next.
Just save the day.
We get another quick 20 seconds with the villains. The only lore we learn is that the demons are weak to water. That's why they can't just attack the Aqua Base. Also, Olympius is going to be Prince when he grows.
Wow, they must have touched the Zeo crystal or something.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wild.
up. Meanwhile, back at the Aqua Base, Joel bumps into a scientist named Miss Fairweather, who he finds very attractive, trying to
mean-
show off and mansplain about being a Power Ranger.
She's a very attractive woman.
This is called a morpher. You see, I'm the Green Ranger.
Before he gets
Oh my
called for an important meeting, but instead goes off to buy flowers. It turns out Miss Fairweather is actually the head scientist and creator of all the Ranger tech at Lightspeed.
Yeah.
She introduces their newest weapons, the Rail Rescues.
Trains?
A monster then attacks Mariner Bay, and it's a perfect time to
mean-
test them out.
I'll also say this. Really dislike this in earlier episodes, and I'm glad that they didn't catch it here. Please stop introducing Zords in the first episode of Power Rangers. Please. It's so unnecessary. It clutters the episode. It forces way too many concepts to be introduced right away. Second episode, fine. First episode, absolutely not. And I'm glad Lightspeed did not.
Yeah, the only real exception to that is if like the Zords are very integral to the story, kind of like the Wild Zords in Power Rangers Wild Force.
Yes.
But even then, I would save like Megazord formations for the second episode or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
But that's really the only time I would like agree.
Agreed.
With Joel showing up last minute to join in the fight. The Rail Rescues are this season's Zords.
Forgot about that.
Personally, last
Tucks
minute to join
the
in the
flowers somewhere.
fight.
They're just under his arm. Like,
Find yourself a man that can do both.
Joel's pretty great. Joel's pretty great. We like him. Yeah. And yes,
He's
I
trying.
agree.
He's trying his best.
I agree. Episode 3 feels like good pacing.
The Rail Rescues are this season's Zords. And personally, I'm just not a fan of regular vehicles turning into the Megazord. Similar to Turbo, it's just.
Oh, did you
not
see
my
that?
thing.
How they used the
Yeah, go back.
the
Go back to the
blaster?
shot.
Oh, the guns, yeah.
Yeah. So they take off like the hilt of the gun, the handle, and they like put it in and they turn it.
So you can see that's the hilt of the gun that he just put onto it.
Uh-huh.
And they
then-
just slide it into place.
and then turns
Okay.
it. The idea with it for the Sentai was like just in case the Zords ever got stolen, they couldn't activate them because you need that
Oh!
from being a ranger because it's only in
Wait,
the
that's
ranger
so
suits.
smart.
Yeah.
That is actually so
So-
smart.
I need you to know that because of this single sequence, if I ever go to an arcade and they have the guns just out, I grab both of them thinking of this specifically. And no one knows what's going on in my head. Well, now you do, if you ever see me out there in an arcade. But
In
when
the wild.
I grabbed it, this is what I'm thinking about.
That's
Embarrassing.
adorable. Oh my
Perfection.
goodness.
Perfection.
Turning into the Megazord. Similar to Turbo, it's just not my thing. But the episode itself is really good, having the focus be completely on the Megazords. They're not just built for battle, they're meant for rescuing and saving.
Yeah.
For example, Joel's Zord is a plane that can carry the others and put out fires, and Carter's Zord is naturally
It's not really a plane, but okay.
a giant fire truck, where him and Kelsey use the ladder to go inside a burning building and rescue people in danger. Eventually, the monster returns and the Rangers need to combine their vehicles and create
Oh,
the
that building is
Lightspeed
gone.
Megazord.
Yeah, that thing is gone.
We're locked. Ready?
Ready to take him down. Let's get him.
Despite not being a fan of the individual Zords, when combined, I
Okay,
really
good.
like the Lightspeed Zord. It's simple, yet effective.
I have this.
Again, it's a government-created Megazord, so it doesn't
I'm a big fan of this Megazord.
I am too.
And it's funny because I think this is a rare case of like where I watched the Sentai after and I fall in love with it in the Sentai, and then looking back at this, I'm like, yeah, I really like this now too. Like, because the Sentai, that like something that's great about this is like Sentai exists in the Sentai universe, so like they all know about it, and the Red Ranger from that is like a huge rescue nerd. And the leader, and like very much wants to put all of himself into it and everybody to take it seriously, but he takes it so seriously that it becomes like a gag, and he knows that, so he's like self-aware. So like he's calling out like the finish, and he's like, "Oh, sword of light, bring upon your righteous fury upon thy enemy, victory prominence." And it's like he'll say just the most chuny stuff ever, and I think of that for this now, and I'm like, oh god, I love that because it's just so silly.
doesn't
Anyway.
have a reason to be flashy or super unique.
It's what it's called. The finisher is called victory prominence.
I know, but all I can think is, okay, Endeavor, calm down.
It's just so funny. I'll see if I can find a clip of it later, but it's just wait, actually, I might be able to find one now.
Thank goodness.
Hold
All right,
on.
Endeavor from the hit anime My True
YouTube.com.
Academia. I see you.
It is giving Endeavor vibes. You're right.
Go
Prominence,
mecha finish.
Oh no.
Okay,
You just want to LARP, that's all. Sometimes you just want to LARP as a rescue soldier.
sometimes you do. Oh, the sub's not right.
None
Oh, that makes me so. I found a video that's like exactly the scene that I'm looking for, but it's just not like the subs are in a different language.
Oh, that's typically the case when
Well,
you look on YouTube. Yeah.
That's a shame.
Damn.
He does still shout victory prominence.
Monster and
though,
head
so.
back to the Aqua Base, where Joel finally has some time to give Miss Fairweather the flowers. He starts boasting about the Megazord fight, saying that there was some know-it-all scientist trying to give him orders, and that why should he listen to some computer geek?
Oh no, buddy,
Not
please.
knowing that
Oh,
that
no.
computer geek was Miss Fairweather herself, where she storms off and the other Rangers have a laugh at Joel.
Yeah.
Trial by fire. The Rangers are sent on a training exercise. Joel and Chad run an obstacle.
I just want to say it real quick.
Trial by
This-
fire. The Rangers are
This shot is so fun because all the Rangers get it, and I think they use it for all of them in the intro. And it's just you see so much personality in just the way they vault a wall.
Yeah. You will see it more with this one. Mike Chat. In the show, his name is Chad. But I remember mentioning this before, Zeus. So he, after leaving Power Rangers, made a school called Extreme Martial Arts, XMA. And so,
Hey guys, thank you
as
for
a
the follows
result,
and the
started
subs. I
training
appreciate
future
it.
generations.
If
of
I don't
Power
get to it, I'm
Rangers. Like,
sorry.
anyone could have joined the school, but he did it with the intention of like training for screen acting and stunts and things like that. And so a lot of future Power Rangers ended up training with him and ended up becoming Power Rangers for real. So
nice.
yeah, after leaving the show, he did all that. So he's the most experienced martial artist on the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
Hell yeah.
sent on a training exercise. Joel and Chad run an obstacle course, Dana and Kelsey need to rescue a child, and Carter is in a simulated shootout. Everyone does great and passes, except Carter, where Captain Mitchell tells him he needs to use his head before he shoots. with everyone,
crazy.
especially Carter, left confused. Viper and some Batlings then go down to Mariner Bay and try to blow it up. The Rangers then show up and they do battle. Again, I gotta praise the choreography in this.
Look at that.
That is
Just look at
amazing.
Yellows
Wow.
real
The
quick.
Rangers then show up
Like,
and they
look
do
how
battle.
good that looks.
Again, I gotta praise
Yeah.
Off the wall, the
choreography in this
spin
fight.
again.
This is so good. Carter chases
just
down
looks so
Viper and
good.
fights her.
Oh, good.
However, she lights the floor on fire and escapes. But then Carter notices some people in danger. But before he saves them, Captain Mitchell orders him to instead put out the fire. He's confused and refuses at first, but begrudgingly agrees. He puts out the fire, but the highway still collapses, with a chunk of cement actually landing on the child. Jesus. Carter leaves in a fury of anger, heading back to the Aqua Base to confront Captain Mitchell.
You told me to put out the fire. You were wrong.
I wasn't wrong.
Of course you were.
Captain Mitchell,
Yeah.
though, says he did the right thing, but Carter doesn't understand and just leaves. He goes to the hospital and sees that the child is in critical condition, telling a story about when he was a kid. He was trapped in a burning building, and a brave firefighter saved his life.
Bro, I love all this. I forgot all of this like backstory for Carter. Hold on a second. Wait
This
a
is-
minute here.
Yeah, no.
Wait, that is so cool.
So, do you remember how we said last episode that Lost Galaxy is where Power Rangers kind of picks up the storytelling? This is like where it like really kicks in the gear.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. They start taking
Hell
I don't want to
It
say
became
I don't want to say adult storytelling or
it
adult
became
stories.
less of a children's kiddie cheesy show and more of a drama for the family.
Yeah.
hmm
A
'Cause I-
family drama. Yeah.
I remember
Featuring
watching
superheroes.
Exactly. I remember watching some of these seasons with my dad, and like after In Space, I remember him getting like so invested into some of these.
Yeah.
So yeah, it grew with the audience. I think that's why like a lot of people got upset with Turbo because it didn't feel like it grew with that audience. But that's going back too far. Back to
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
It's gosh. But as we go on, and I want a lot of people to keep this in mind. A lot of people that are already in our chats know that Roy and I don't really like modern day Power Rangers. And you, as we watch, I want you to keep that in mind. The storytelling in this is why we don't like modern day Power Rangers.
I was gonna say even Disney, I think, handles it.
No, but that's what I
Pretty
mean.
well.
Like anything from like Samurai onward is kind of like I get more depth out of My Little Pony, and that's upsetting to see.
And first season of Dino
That is also
Charge.
true.
It's just really upsetting. So for anyone that remembers us saying that, keep that in mind as we watch the story arcs for these episodes.
Yeah.
And sacrificed his in the process. Ever since then, Carter wanted to be a hero just like him. He leaves and returns back to the training course where he failed his exam. But this time, he notices something. Explosive containers he hit with the paintball. He then rushes to the collapsed highway and notices more flammable containers, realizing that if he didn't put out the fire, more innocent people would have been hurt. Captain Mitchell shows up to tell Carter that sometimes the obvious choice is the wrong choice, and that being a leader isn't easy. It's why Captain Mitchell is a bit harder on him. Carter doesn't feel like he's cut out to be a ranger, but after all of his friends call for help, he immediately jumps back into action, knowing it's what he needs to do. He shows
I love this. Cause like it's so weird because normally Kane and I are very talkative during these scenes.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to like explain like backplot and everything, but like this is just a testament to what Kane literally was just talking about in the sense of the storytelling's just that good. Like they don't spoon feed you like
They don't talk down to you like you're
Yeah.
a child. It's
They're letting you understand it on your own.
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Even if
you're
you're like someone that possibly grew up with the franchise, like maybe you're a teen by this point, or like even just a child, it's so compressed enough that you would be able to understand this on no matter what age range you're at. And that's a testament to this incredible storytelling. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that he said that he feels like he's unworthy of being one. And I think that's such a nice way to put it, because I feel like if you have such power, a lot of people will probably think like, I have this power, I can do whatever the hell I want with it. And then there are people that are like, I have this power and I'm scared to use it. Maybe if I use too much of it, like it would lead to something bad.
Oh yeah.
And I like that in a character like him. Yeah, definitely.
I'm really happy that like that this wasn't addressed like halfway through the season. I'm glad this is episode 2, and I'm already telling you that you.
Yeah. Yeah, third episode and we're already getting that juicy goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
episode 3. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Someone was joking, if only he reviewed the footage with Carter after it happened so he could have better explained it to him.
Mayhaps, true.
Yeah, but he also figured it out on his own, which I think is part of the
Yeah.
growing process. It's the sign of a
Yeah.
good mentor that, like, sometimes you don't spoon
You just
feed
gotta
your
let them
team.
figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
that is true.
So, but he did tell him when he was wrong. He's like, you got to figure out why you're wrong now. So I like it like that.
Goes up, fights the monster, and saves the
Victory
day. When
prominence.
Carter returns back to the hospital, the kid is dead. No, I'm just kidding, he's alright. Saying that when he grows up, he wants to be just like Carter.
I had a heart attack.
Me too, kid.
Surprise.
Let's go, Connor! You know, because I haven't seen this in years, I thought for like half a second went, oh my gosh, I forgot all about that. No, okay.
That would have been a pretty messed up thing for Power Rangers, but it would have been like listen, part of the job of saving people is sometimes you got to know that you can't save everybody.
You can't save everybody,
Which-
but like, it's episode 3. At
I
least
think
give
that
me,
would have been
like-
such a powerful message if he did.
Oh my god.
But man,
It is funny because
early,
that does
too
happen
early.
in Go-Go 5 because like they have a similar situation where they're like, hey, you have to choose between rescuing like groups of people. And it's like a really messed up
Versus one.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's later. That's later. We're not ready for that yet. That's dessert. We have to have our greens first.
That builds on
Okay,
Carter's
okay.
character. Again, being the reckless, hot-headed hero who needs to take a step back and sometimes analyze the situation. Riding the edge. A random girl is
That's third strike music.
Dog.
walking her dog when it
Look at
breaks
him.
loose
Oh,
and
look at
runs
it
into
go!
traffic.
Oh.
And nobody stops. What's wrong with you people? Mariner Bay is terrible. The demons are the least of their worries. It almost gets flipped until
Real.
Kelsey shows up to save the day with her epic rollerblading. It turns out this girl is an astronaut and is flying into space today. With
Oh.
B-roll from Turbo and in space.
All right,
Great.
fair
Is she gonna
enough.
go off and find Zordon? The demons then summon a tornado
Wait,
that's
wait for
basically
that.
in danger. The rest of the episode is a big action scene between fighting off the monster and saving the girl. Not much to really comment on. Although I do like how when Kelsey communicates with her, they can just share their identities. Like the astronaut learns that she's the Yellow Ranger and it's not a big deal. I really like this dynamic. A matter
That's an interesting one because the funny thing is that's a green episode in the Sentai, and he ends up forming a relationship with the person because it was Green's
Oh.
like dream to go to space.
Oh,
But it's like
really?
his childhood friend that ends up going to space instead because he joined Go-Go
Aw.
5. So it was like, and it becomes like a pivotal plot thing throughout the season. But that's just an interest. Like I didn't remember that they changed it for Yellow, but I guess they just needed something because Yellow in the Sentai is very much the comedic relief character, and
male, correct?
yeah, and is
Okay,
male.
that's what I thought.
It's an episode where he does martial arts and he realizes the secret to getting stronger is drinking milk. So,
Oh my
so he
God.
drinks a bottle of milk and then does like an Inazuma
Sorry.
drop.
Rewind. What? What?
Man.
Listen, Sentai just wants kids to drink their milk. Okay?
I knew it.
All right.
I didn't have to train more. I didn't have to punch that punching bag. I just needed to drink milk.
Exactly.
That's all I was missing.
Listen, why do you think it's such a pivotal plot for Full Metal Alchemist? Ed hates milk. He's short and weak. You know, I'm just saying.
It does the body good. It really does.
It really listen. It lets you jump into the air and do a spinning Inazuma drop. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And one shot a monster. You know.
All it took was milk.
If it lets me do the thing from the Dual Blades trailer, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yo, I'm actually kind of getting a little hyped for Monster Hunter. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, I'm
Join us,
so
please.
excited.
I
I fell for someone's little troll this morning.
Sure.
Someone was like, oh my gosh, they added Tonfas back in. Get to the end of the video. So I scrolled to
It's
the
a
end of the
lie.
video.
It's a
It was a
lie.
lie.
It's
I was
a
so
lie.
upset.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I've never used them before. That'd be fun.
It was coping. The
I'm a-
copium was too strong.
I'm a Monster Hunter newbie. I've only played World, and I've played it for like 5 hours. And
Wait, only 5?
I just wasn't feeling it. You know.
The
But-
cutscenes and then Zora having to go
Zeus, we
through
need
that.
to
Yeah.
change him.
Okay,
We can change him.
I'm for the change. Like I'm down for it. Like I'm
We can fix
100%.
him.
Please help me, Kane and Zeus. You're my only hope.
We can fix you.
We can fix you. We will try our best.
But-
Tell
but-
us when, and we'll do it.
But the reason why I'm interested is because I was too late for the train for Monster Hunter Rise. And then now
Okay,
I'm
you
seeing
didn't miss much.
well, I've heard. But now that Wilds is coming out, I'm like, okay, it's not out yet. There are people that are really excited for it. The trailers look really good. Maybe it's time. Maybe I just needed to wait my time, you know?
Yeah.
It's time.
So
Kane,
It's
it's
time.
I'm gonna
time.
try.
It's time. It's
I
time.
will try. So when you guys play Rise, bring me or not Rise, Wilds. When you play Wilds, take me with you.
Do you know, just really quick, do you know what kind of weapon you want to run?
So when I played World, I used Insect Glaive, because I just thought it looked
Alright.
cool.
That seems like a very Roy weapon.
It was that
Yeah,
and
helicopter.
it was that and the
Say that again.
helicopter.
It was the way Zeus did it. It was
I'm
really
not saying
cute.
it anymore. I'm not saying it anymore.
Do it again,
I'm not saying
Zeus.
it anymore. No.
Gosh darn it, Zeus, be cute again. Go.
That's our Zeus. I also liked, just for the sake of it being slightly different than other people, it was like, was it a giant horn? It was like a bard class.
Oh, the hunting horn.
yeah.
Hunting
You fancy
horn.
yourself a healer? Are you
Are you support main?
a medic?
I was kind of
Are you-
thinking about like the support aspect because I'm like, I'm okay if I'm not the big damage because like even in 14, like I played dancer, I don't hit big numbers,
Okay.
but I help other people hit big numbers.
I see,
So
I see.
that's
You would
kind of
really fit with the hunting horn. Also, you can bonk the monsters with it.
You
Yeah.
can. You
Yeah.
can hit them really hard until they stop existing.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's
That's
my
the
hope.
best part of Monster Hunter.
All right, back to action. Also, thank you guys for all the
Back to
follows in
action.
that random tangent where I said I would play Monster Hunter and I got like 5 people to follow.
See, Monster Hunter so much.
That's the secret.
Listen, not only did we get Lusty Demon to follow for that, we also got Psychotic Rabbit. How'd they get me in 2 followers? How they fully understand me now? Oh my god.
What
They
beautiful
fully
name.
understand you. Mhm.
Anyway, back to action.
Matter of trust. Captain Mitchell informs the Rangers they'll need to be protecting a fuel cell and bring it back to the Aqua Base safely. That is, everyone except Dana, who gets told she'll instead be picking up Captain Mitchell's friend and driving him around. This naturally upsets Dana, who's angry because she feels like her dad doesn't trust her as a ranger and only sees her as his little girl. She's on taxi duty and isn't happy about it.
Wait, is
especially
this
since
the-
the old man is kind
Is
of
this the Tommy alleyway?
She's on taxi.
It looks like
Dang
it.
it.
Like the one that he
No,
gets kidnapped from?
Noble, no. Delete that clip right now.
What clip? Where you said helicopter?
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh my god. It kind of looks like the alleyway, but I don't think it is. I thought it was at first.
Taxi duty and isn't happy about it, especially since the old man is kinda wacky. During the Rangers mission
Yeah.
though, they get ambushed by Vipra. They call in Dana for help and she goes to join, however, Captain Mitchell orders her to not go. During the fight though, Viper realizes that the Rangers don't have the fuel cell.
Whoa!
Realizing that Dana isn't there, comes to the conclusion that she must have it. And, yeah, the old man that Dana was driving was in possession of the real fuel cell this whole time. The
That's
Rangers were actually
crazy.
a decoy.
Thank
The
you,
old man
Narina.
tells Dana that her father trusts her more than anyone. However, since Dana drove off
Interesting.
course, Vipra catches up, and she needs to use her wit to escape the battle. They deliver the fuel cell, defeat the monster, and everyone is happy.
It's another case of like, there's not much to say here because it's another like good, like, hey, give the characters time to shine kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
There's
just
also
kind of-
lessons there.
It's weird because, yeah, they're lessons, but I'm just now realizing that in the first span of these episodes, all of Captain Mitchell's orders are like, hey, trust me.
yeah.
Do
That
what I
is
say.
true.
Don't question it. Just do it. By the way, there's a lesson attached at the end of this.
I
That
feel
is
like that's
kind of
good
true.
though. You know,
That is good. I just never realized so many of them like at the same time. This is very interesting to me.
Yeah. They also didn't say specifically about the info, because if they probably told them about it, like, hey, you have this important mission and stuff, they're probably going to be nervous. They're going to be anxious. It's like, oh gosh, maybe if something happens like this, or like they're gonna think about all the bad things that could happen in that scenario. So maybe not saying it would be like, all right, it's just a normal escort mission. I'm just here. They're home. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah,
Similar
bye.
to Carter's episode, I get that the captain can't just say, Dana, you have the real fuel cell, stay undetected, or Carter, put out the fire, there's explosive barrels nearby, because the Rangers need to learn the lesson themselves. But in universe, he's a terrible captain, sabotaging the...
I don't know about that. Might be a little bit of a stretch. It's a TV show. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's like Zordon. He had like 3 contingency plans anyway.
Yeah,
Missions
it'll
just so
be
the-
fine.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Rangers
It'll be
can learn
fine.
something. Wheels of Destruction.
The seatbelts episode.
Viper gets a new car. And
Oh,
it's literally Zane's car from in space, but
It
Oh my
is. I just hate Viper, man. I just hate her so much.
with a Batwing. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, but Viper's actress
Faster! I'll destroy Mariner Bay with an earthquake.
may be the worst actor I've ever seen. I'm not trying to be mean, but good God, is every line she says so awkward.
Just what I thought. In my Vipari, I'm invincible.
huh? Okay.
Anyway, yeah, Viper has a super car.
Okay, maybe. Okay,
no,
maybe the
yeah,
delivery. Okay.
Okay, yes, I agree, but I've always chalked it up to she's a demon. Maybe
Yeah,
her
but none of the-
mannerisms are just different.
No, the other demons don't sound like that. Come on.
Again, I don't know. I was trying to find reason.
That's a Resident Evil 1 act. Actually, you are so right. That is indeed Resident Evil 1 acting.
Evil 1 acting.
It's like, Leon! Leon!
No, that's Resident Evil 4. Leon doesn't show up until 2 and 4.
I'm just saying, it's still kind of the same vibes as that.
Listen, you want some Resident Evil 1 acting? I'll get you some Resident Evil 1 acting. There was a giant snake. It bit me. Ouch.
Car that's invincible to
Is
the
that
Rangers'
really what
weapons.
happens?
Okay, hold on.
It's like Mighty Morphin with like the Blue Ranger being like, oh no. Richard.
I've never played any of them. So
Oh my god. RE1 Richard dialogue.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
oh no.
Richard,
Oh, no.
what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
Oh no.
Is there?
It's
The
Resident Evil
dramatic
1!
music is louder compared to
It's-
the
yeah.
audio of this guy.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Because it's Resident Evil 1. Ouch. Wait, but I think it gets worse. Hold on.
You're wounded.
Oh no.
What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake and also poisonous.
Poisonous?
You can like barely hear them.
Richard,
I
hold on.
can't.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No
That is-
problem. I'll go and get it.
That's it. That's the entire.
That is so monotone.
Yeah.
I
Well,
recognize his voice from something, and I want to say Mega Man, but I don't think that's correct.
you never know. It could just be Zero as well from Mega Man X. You know, from like X4. You know. What am I even fighting for?
Don't even get me started with that.
Oh my god, dude! Voice acting back in the day, man. They needed some directors
yeah.
back then. They needed some
They
directors.
needed good directions, yeah.
Yeah.
God, it reminds me of like
You know what
Titus's
that-
laugh being like, ha ha
Okay.
ha ha.
Okay. I will.
I know it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. They're
I will
supposed to laugh at
defend
it. I know.
it to my dying breath. It was supposed to be awkward.
It was supposed to be awkward. I know, but still, I did not know it was supposed to be, and I was like, all right,
I
that
will
was a
defend
weird
that.
laugh.
Listen,
Anyway.
All I'm saying is people die in Una dances. Okay, that scene messes me up even to this day. and the final campfire around Xanarkin when 2 Xanarkin starts playing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I weep. I have platinumed that game. I've put in like 700 hours into FF10. I love FF10.
Yes. Have you played 10 too?
Oh yeah. Oh
Are
yeah.
you finished? Yeah, let's go. They got their happy ending.
I mean, no, they didn't, because FF10 3 technically exists in audio dramas that never released outside of Japan, and they kind of break up, which is really frustrating.
They're not real to me. They're not real to me.
They're real though. That's the shitty.
No,
like you didn't see this break up, dude. It's so awkward.
They're not real to me.
Oh
No.
my God.
They're the best couple in the world. No one will ever say that. They're together till this day. No one can tell me otherwise.
Oh my gosh,
Yuna and Titus for the win, okay?
You had a fever dream. Listen, FF10 and FF10 2 and the audio dramas are a wild ride, okay?
The audio dramas are not real, Roy. You're delusional.
Listen, if Zero Escape 3, Zero Time Dilemma, if that's real, then so are those.
No.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
Myth. It's a myth, Roy. It's a myth. Please, let me be happy.
If Super Mega Force is real, then those audio dramas are real.
Don't do this to me.
Anyway.
Means Miss Fairweather gets hard at work with creating a new weapon.
The latest weapons in your arsenal.
Ooh.
I love these things.
The
They look pretty
Lightspeed
cool.
Cycles now available at Walmart. Okay,
I like them.
that's it. Cyborg.
I mean, I don't know. I think they look
No,
kinda
wait,
cool.
hold on.
Yeah.
There was more in this episode, wasn't there?
No, that was
I'm
it.
almost positive. No way.
That's it. According to Connor,
All right,
that's
well.
it.
Okay.
I like them though.
Okay.
I think the colors are vibrant. I think they look nice. Like I like them.
That's it.
Mhm.
Cyborg Rangers.
Oh.
During a battle
This
with
is
the
this early? I thought this was like halfway
Yeah,
through
no,
the
this
season.
happens really, really early.
Okay.
Batlings, another team of Lightspeed Rangers show up to wipe the floor with them. It turns out, though, they're not actual Rangers, but robots created by the General. The General scolds Captain Mitchell for hiring teenagers to take on the role
They're not teenagers.
of the
Yeah, they're
city's
not
defenders.
teenagers.
They're all adults.
It's probably just to like rub salt in the wound.
True.
Saying the Cyborg Rangers are now on duty, and the Lightspeed Rangers need to resign, handing in their morphers. Miss Fairweather tells the General that those robots are missing something that the real Rangers have.
A heart.
During an attack, though, the Rangers
So, but this is the episode that I was saying before that I was like, I don't know how involved the government is aside from just funding them. And
Oh, that's
And this
right.
was the episode that I was very much like, are they like, because like the general comes in and is like, we're gonna use these instead. Shut everyone else down. And I'm like, were they just funding them? Are they just shutting them down because they don't want people involved? That's why I'm like, I don't know. Anyway.
Rangers hear some commotion, and despite not having their powers or having it technically be their responsibility,
Don't
Aw.
you think? We should check it out.
the Cyborg Rangers were doing battle with a demon. However, one of its blasts messed with their programming and turned them evil.
One
Before
blast.
they could do any harm,
5
though,
evil
the
robots.
It
Rangers
was
show up
only
and fight
one
them
blast
unmorphed.
and then
One
they're
blast.
evil?
Until Captain Mitchell shows
Yep.
up and gives them their morphers back.
Up, so much for that plan.
Time for some human power. Lightspeed, rescue!
This is the moment I really fell in love with this team. They were plucked out of their regular lives to now work for the government and fight demons. And once they were fired and lost their powers, it didn't stop them from still wanting to do the right thing and help the people in need.
Very important thing for Rangers, because we've been through this a ton of times before where like Rangers lose powers. What do they do? What's their response? And that's always like the tell whether it's a good team. For Mighty Morphin, it was we keep fighting no matter what. For Zeo, it was go find the Zeo crystal. It's not over until it's over.
Yeah.
For Turbo, it was follow
Let's
Diva
go
Toxin.
into space.
Yeah, like I don't care if we don't have powers, we're gonna go save Zordon. And like you see it kind
Let's
of
go break into NASA and go to
Yeah, that is
They
it.
didn't
That is
care.
indeed it.
and I won't say which season it is, but there is a season later down the line, which is not a well received season.
We're so far from it.
We're really far
right
from
now.
it. But there is a season down the line where the team loses their powers and they all give up.
but a good friend of ours is a big fan of it. Huge fan of
Okay.
that show.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
okay?
Yeah,
You alright?
huge fan.
Yeah?
Are you okay?
Huge
You
fan.
okay?
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Huge fan.
Huge.
Hey.
They're a huge fan of it. Yeah, absolutely,
Hey.
absolutely.
If you're there watching, you're a huge fan of this.
Anyway. Anyway.
They're
Uh-huh.
teenagers, sure, but Captain Mitchell
They're not
clearly-
teenagers! Stop saying they're teenagers!
For
The
working
right choice
adults,
when
I don't think a
choosing the Power
teenager can work
Rangers.
as a firefighter.
Yeah, you cannot
They
be a
can.
firefighter.
They can,
Yeah.
but
They can?
Not
Well-
if you have to be at least, I think, 18.
18
Yeah.
is what I
Okay.
mean by that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Mitchell made a wise choice.
But being a
just
paramedic,
said
there's no
that.
way she's 18.
Up to the
Yeah.
challenge. It's a
Sword
chat
strike
episode.
music.
We see he wakes up
Oh,
early
this
every
is
morning.
wait. Hold on, go back. Hold on, I need to explain this to you because
Up
you
to
have
the
no idea.
challenge.
honestly.
Oh,
So this place,
It is this place!
this place.
Yes!
I don't remember. Actually, no way. Hold on. I think it's called the Korean Friendship Bell in real life. But this is a reused location from a previous show, called VR Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
So VR Troopers was like when Tommy originally left the show, he was supposed to star in VR Troopers, but they liked him so much they brought him back to Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Unimportant. But the main character of this show, which would have been Tommy, he likes to sit here and talk to his dad who died, disappeared. What was it?
I think it was
went for milk.
I think disappeared.
Went
is-
for
is
milk.
what the- yeah.
So yeah, he went for milk and never came back or something like that. Anyway, every single episode and the end of every episode, he'd sit here doing nothing but talking to himself about, I wish you could see me now, Dad.
Aww.
Dad, I played catch for the first time today.
That is
Dad.
so tragic.
I'm obviously dramatizing it a lot, but more or less every single episode was
Ooh.
like this. It was so funny.
Here's a funny piece of trivia about that too. So the actor that Kane is referring to is Brad Hawkins.
That's
who-
right.
Who actually was the voice of the Gold Ranger in Power Rangers Zeo
Originally.
Oh.
originally.
Before it switched off to Jason.
And even to this day, Brad Hawkins is still active as a voice actor. If you've seen Goblin Slayer, he's the
Yes,
Goblin
right.
Slayer.
If you
Oh.
live in Texas, he owns a restaurant, I believe a steak restaurant, and you can get
Oh,
steak
damn.
made by Brad Hawkins himself.
Wow.
I never remember what the restaurant is called.
I don't
Brad
remember either, but I
Hawkins.
remember him talking about it once in an interview.
It is Sushi Marquee
Huh.
in
Oh.
Frisco.
Well, there you
Okay.
go.
There you go.
All right.
If anyone wants
You
to
guys
go,
wanna-
if
yeah.
anyone in Texas wants to go check it out and bring back a review of what the Gold Ranger steak tastes like, please tell
Let
us.
us know. Yeah.
Or his sushi, because apparently it's a sushi place.
Oh, sushi, yes.
yeah.
Right.
It's a sushi place. Okay.
Anyway, back
Moving on.
back to action. I'm gonna say that
Back
so
to
many
action.
times.
Chad episode. We see he wakes up early every morning, swims with the fishes, and all around is just an upstanding person that I could never be. He offers to teach Kelsey some Tai Chi to control her sometimes strong emotions. During this, though, some random guy pulls up on a motorcycle and challenges Chad to a fight. He has no
Huh?
history with him or anything. He's just a
Huh?
grade A hater, which
sure.
again is perfect. He's just some random guy who's jealous of the Power Rangers, saying that Chad probably isn't so tough, which is super realistic. I mean, how many people do
Why
you
isn't
know
it
look at an
Gregor?
MMA fighter and say, Psh, he's weak, I could totally beat him up?
Too many people. Too many.
Too many.
Too many
Yeah.
people.
Many.
Too many
Absolutely
people.
too many people. 100%.
Chad, however, turns it down.
Hey, thank
saying
you so
he
much
doesn't
for
have
the
to
raid.
prove himself to
Welcome in,
some
everybody.
random guy.
I hope you're doing well.
While Kelsey's emotions start to
choice.
get to her, telling Chad to just beat him up.
Real.
The two get into a little skirmish
It's
with
so
Chad
funny.
easily overpowering
Kelsey is
him,
the kind
until
of
the Rangers get called
person
away
I
to fight a
feel
monster.
that would say, hold me back, while still keeping their arms out behind them so they can hold them. Hold me back, hold me back.
No, I can see them being that. Yeah.
Be like, no, you're actually supposed to hold me back. What are you doing?
What, hold me back, hold me back.
back.
I'm gonna do something bad, hold me back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that bully guy shows up to Viper
date,
and
bud.
pledges his allegiance to her,
Huh?
saying he wants the power to
Huh?
take on the Blue Ranger. Chad receives a note from a Batling saying that he's been challenged. And I've never thought the name Brian
Brian.
could be so menacing and evil. Anyway, he shows up
Brian.
and Brian, now possessed with some evil powers, forces Chad to fight him. It's a really good fight scene too. Chad pulls out some sick moves that haven't been seen since the
There he is.
Look at that.
Fight
Let's get a
scene, too.
replay of
Chad
that.
pulls out some sick moves that haven't been seen since the
Look at that 720 into the butterfly
aerial?
kick. Let's go.
The aerial is what gets me, because from the butterfly, it's into
Moves
the
that haven't-
that, and it's just an aerial just to avoid. And oh my god,
That is the butterfly. It goes by both butterfly, aerial. I mean, but I say butterfly.
because you go for the martial arts term, I go for the tricky
Yeah.
term. it's our martial arts versus parkour backgrounds.
likes of Mighty Morphin. However, through the power
love
of
that
honor
kick.
I
and
love
friendship, Brian eventually breaks free from the spell and realizes he shouldn't be such a dick to a guy who only ever tried to be nice to him. The episode didn't really do much in terms of development, but it showed off Chad's character really.
But what is it? Hip hop keto?
Oh my god.
No, no.
Is it hip hop keto?
Ooh, fun fact: Brian's actor is David Leitch, and he directed Deadpool 2 among other movies. Whoa! What a fact!
Wait,
Whoa.
what?
That's
Whoa.
crazy. That's actually so cool. Oh my gosh! Wait, that's actually sick. Good random fact. You guys are crazy. Like that
That
one
is
time
wild.
when we were watching, what was it, like Mighty Morphin, and someone's like, "Yeah, that was my high school teacher." Like, as an extra in the background.
That's so wild.
That is wild.
Oh my
Holy.
gosh, dude. Ah, it's wild.
That is a big
Well,
fact right there.
an honorable
Oh my.
and nice man who could beat you up if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Go Volcanic. Dana rides the bus and it gets hijacked by a bank robber. He pulls out an actual gun. Jesus, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Dana,
Yeah.
however, isn't afraid and absolutely whoops
This
the
is
guy in unarmed.
one of my favorite episodes.
Why? Because Dana
I-
just goes crazy.
No. The 10. Oh my gosh. Connor isn't doing it justice because he's speeding through it. It's
Yeah,
fine. But like, this is such a tense scene because once this happens, nobody can do anything. Dana's like, I can't morph or else all these people are going to die. It is such a tense scene. I love this. This was trending on Twitter like maybe a couple months ago, and I was like, this is what I miss about Power Rangers. This like tensity. I love this.
However, a volcano
sorry.
erupts and it causes the bus to crash, and that criminal goes flying out. But Dana, being a Power Ranger, naturally helps him back in. He's thankful and surprised that they all helped him after what he did. The Rangers show up and need Dana's help, asking if anyone else can drive the bus since the driver was injured during the crash. The bank robber offers, but everyone is against it since,
Yeah,
well,
the
he
bank
did
robber.
pull a gun on everyone.
Yeah, bank robber.
However,
yeah.
Dana believes he'll do the right thing. The Rangers fight the monster, blow it up, and the bank robber drives the bus to safety, turning over a new leaf. He does get arrested at the end of the episode, but it all has a nice
Okay,
vibe, with him
understandable.
saying he's ready to accept the consequences of what he's done, and his life will be different from here on out.
So I'll also say, which makes me really happy, this is a 1-to-1 copy of an episode from Sentai. Because I remember this as soon as I saw the bus, I was like, I remember this episode. They did it justice. It's just as good in the American footage as it is in the Sentai, with the same message of like just giving people second chances and never giving up on people kind of thing.
Mhm.
Aw,
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's so nice.
Wait, he looks familiar. I don't know.
I remember actually. I think he is like an important actor. I remember someone mentioning that once before, but I can't. Nothing's coming to mind.
It got me.
Anyway, if anyone
Rise-
finds out, let us know.
Yes, please.
Rising from the ashes. Joel tells Miss Fairweather that she should just take a break since she's always working so hard. She ignores him and he frustratingly walks away, with Miss Fairweather feeling a bit guilty for being so dismissive. It's a pretty good action
Why?
episode with a lot going on. Miss
I mean,
Fairweather goes
yeah,
back to the
it's-
volcano to research
it's
the
okay to
seismic
be-
activity.
Feelings are
The demons
constantly
once again
being stepped
activated
on,
and
I
the earthquake
guess.
traps Miss Fairweather in there,
But he
as
kind
well
of
as getting
did
knocked out with
told
one.
her off before about the quote-unquote scientists.
Like 8 episodes ago. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Anyone would still be hurt by that.
No, no,
it's
of course.
Indirectly.
The rocks. The Rangers show up when a demon gets summoned there, and it's super powerful, destroying the saber and draining the Megazord.
I haven't seen
Oh.
no that
Show
monster
up
is
when a
very
demon-
prominent in the Game Boy Color game, and I was like, oh wow, I recognized him immediately.
I think from Sentai, it's a powered up version of the first monster they fight. And like, I don't remember why they bring them back.
I remember. Okay.
I think this is supposed to be the. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Gets summoned there, and it's super powerful, destroying the saber and draining the Megazord's energy. The Rangers are forced to retreat when they need to rescue Miss Fairweather so she can help fix the Zord. Joel, of course, is the first to volunteer. He bravely goes in unmorphed and rescues her from the cave.
He did it!
When she makes it back to the Aqua Base, she reveals some new tech, an upgrade to the Lightspeed Megazord.
Hey, and it was this. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't say anything.
Oh.
I love this thing.
The Super Train Megazord.
God,
That's
it's tall.
kind of a stupid name.
It's a
but this
big
thing is
boy.
giant, where it naturally blows them to high heavens. Miss
love
Fairweather
this
comes in to
Megazord.
thank Joel for saving her.
It's so big, dude.
It is.
Even like the toy was massive.
So for anyone that doesn't know, I think it was Burger King. Burger King had clear versions of this toy. This thing was massive, and you could put it all together.
Let's go.
I love that even like the Bandai like US release toys were big enough to hold the other Zords in them. Like
Yeah.
they thought that far ahead kind of thing.
Because they're just carrier Zords, and that's great.
Carrier Zords that become its own Megazord.
Its own Zord, yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
And that he's invited to dinner with her tonight. When he shows up,
damn.
though, all dressed up and carrying flowers, he realizes that everyone was invited. Oops. Poor guy. I feel so bad for Joel. Now,
He tried, okay? Listen, he
tried.
thought.
He
you know?
did it. He's doing his best.
He's doing his absolute best, and it's all we can respect.
Absolutely.
Yep. Mhm.
so far, while Lightspeed Rescue has been really good, it's kind of felt like Mighty Morphin in terms of the episode formula. They're all self-contained monster of the day, moral of the week stuff. There hasn't really been
Fair,
a
but-
story or arc of any kind.
That has always been my complaint about Lightspeed Rescue because they lose focus of like the overarching theme like really quickly, and then it feels very just. That's just always been my like biggest complaint. So
Queen Banshira shows up sometimes in the form of a phantom, but nothing really progresses. Now don't get me wrong, Lightspeed handles the formula much better, with the episodes actually being interesting and having a focus on action, with the human stories feeling more serious, mature, and raw. However, we're about to enter our first actual story arc.
let's go.
Okay, pause really
Deep in the
quickly. Hattie Drago in my chat. The bank robber is Marcus Young, who is a prominent stunt actor since 1996. Been in Marvel, DC, Jungle Cruise, and more.
Oh.
That could be.
Wow.
I feel like I recognize him, but it doesn't ring any bells specifically. But I'm sure we've probably seen him around.
We've probably seen him in things and just not like it's like that brain.
Recognize,
Yeah, it's like recognize the face but don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shadows. We see Carter experimenting with a new morpher. He yells out titanium power and tries to transform, but it's too powerful, with the morph failing and it taking a toll on his body. We then cut to Captain Mitchell's office, and Dana comes in with some cake. They're celebrating her brother's birthday, but he's unfortunately not with them anymore. The only hint we get as to what happened was that there was a car accident involved. Later that night, though, somebody breaks into the Aqua Base and steals the titanium morpher.
gasp.
The next morning, Viper attacks the city, and when the Rangers show up, she has a surprise for them.
I love it, dude. He
I got
just
chills.
he's just
Sorry.
so cool looking.
The titanium.
Oh, he's just so
Wow.
cool looking. Look at
Wait,
it.
what department is that?
It's not. So
It's not. Yeah, go.
okay. So Connor will say it.
Go 5.
This is an original made Ranger that does not exist in Sentai.
This is the very first one in history.
This
Yep.
is
First American made Ranger, and the V on his visor is, I think they're supposed to be paying homage to Go-Go 5.
So,
which is the
from
source
my
material.
understanding, actually, technically this suit kind of exists in Go-Go 5, but it's not like a full-fledged suit. This is
okay.
you can probably correct me on this, Roy, because this is what I've heard. I've never seen it myself though.
I mean, was there more to that, or was it just that?
No, that was my cue to you to correct me if I'm wrong.
I do not recall ever seeing a suit like this ever in Go-Go 5. There is a Go-Go 5 movie, but they have like a 6th Ranger in that, but it's not this, and it never shows up in Lightspeed Rescue.
Okay. And Zeus, it's because you watched Jungle Fury. The jungle the masters, like Master Finn and all that, those suits are made by the same company that made this suit. So that's why they all look really good.
Yeah.
They really do. Look good.
Plex, I believe, is the company.
But yeah, just freaking love it.
Titanium Ranger. She commands him to fight, and he absolutely whoops the Rangers. He is super powerful, along with his axe that turns into a blaster. A staple for a 6th Ranger at this point.
Wow.
The entire episode.
It is kind of funny that that's kind of a staple. I didn't even think about that their weapon turns into, like, it has like 2 modes. And I'm thinking about it because it happens in the next 2 seasons as well. And the next season.
Oh, well, yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah.
I found a season that it stops at, but like, yeah, like that's so funny. It's like
Dino Thunder. It doesn't really.
No, it doesn't. It stops
if you count the fact that it's half pen, half sword.
All right, maybe he does use it like that at one point, so that's fair.
And then shoots arrows, kinda.
But SPD, it drops that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Episode is just the Titanium Ranger beating up on all 5 of the Lightspeed Rangers. And hey, it's been a while since we had an evil Ranger.
It is.
Miss Fairweather has been working on some new weapons though, and now seems like the perfect time to put them to use. These are the V-Lancers.
I love it because they're actually called V-Lancer in Go-Go 5 as well, because the V is Roman numeral 5, so it's
double up as a lance and a blaster.
They're
with the
so
finishing
good.
move so strong and flashy that it seemingly puts the Titanium Ranger down
Oh,
for the
God.
count.
Oh, they
The blast,
bodied him.
however, destroyed some of his visor. And just when the Rangers are about to shoot him again and put him down for good,
Don't fire!
What? Please repeat, sir.
Hold your fire!
Captain Mitchell tells them to not fire and to leave.
Oh, let me
When
guess.
the Rangers return
That's
back
the
to
sun,
the Aqua Base,
isn't it?
they're angry and confused as to what's going on. That's when Captain Mitchell tells them why he wanted them to stop.
It's crazy, Zeus.
Because he's my son.
Whoa, Zeus,
There
how'd
you
you
go.
know that?
I kind of had a feeling the moment, like, oh, the story is saying, like, oh, they had a brother celebrating their birthday, and then this out of nowhere, this random guy that has the titanium morpher and everything shows up.
Man,
Weird.
I completely forgot it was their birthday too. Actually, until like this. Like, whoa,
what a coincidence.
I kind of wished it wasn't, because then the surprise would be bigger, but it hits more, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Truth discovered. Captain Mitchell explains to everyone what happened the night he lost his son. They were driving home on a rainy night. Captain Mitchell checked on his kids for just a few seconds, and a semi-truck came barreling towards them. He avoided it, but the car flew off the cliff and exploded. However, Captain Mitchell was holding on to a tree branch, with Dana in his arms and his son, Ryan, holding on to his feet. They screamed for help, but no one heard. No one but Diabolico. He said he'll save the child for a price. Captain Mitchell obviously refuses, but when Ryan loses his grip and starts plummeting to his death, he desperately yells out for Diabolico to save him. He does, but says he won't see his son until his 20th birthday, which just so happens to be today. Ryan starts attacking Mariner Bay, with everyone trying to formulate a plan, except Dana, who goes in by herself to try and speak to her brother. He doesn't listen and the two get into a fight, which, hey, that's just what siblings do.
Wait, I just want to look at that
I
again.
love that. I was waiting for that. That is one of my favorite moves in all of Rangers. No, I'm not done with you yet. Get back on your feet.
It's so good. And the important thing to remember, Zeus, anytime you see the Titanium Ranger, it's 100% American original footage.
Okay.
Because there's no Titanium Ranger in Go-Go 5. So it's just
Get
this.
into a fight, which, hey, that's just
That's
what
all.
siblings do.
That's all them. And that is
Okay.
dope looking.
That is cool.
Her words partially get to him, though, and Ryan runs away, leaving a monster behind for the Rangers to fight. Ryan, though, returns to the scene of the accident, where Captain Mitchell is also waiting. Ryan is under the belief that his father sacrificed him to save Dana, but we all know the truth. Captain Mitchell explains this to his son, but he doesn't want to listen, and tackles them both off the cliff. where Captain Mitchell once again grabs on the branch and saves his son's life. During this, Ryan starts getting flashbacks and remembers everything, but the branch starts to break, and Captain Mitchell says goodbye to his son, letting go so Ryan can live. But almost reactionary, Ryan jumps after his dad and morphs, grabbing him and taking the brunt of the fall. Captain Mitchell then apologizes to Ryan, saying he's sorry, and he would have sacrificed himself 100 times all those years ago if he could. Ryan stays silent, dropping the titanium morpher on the ground before leaving. He returns to the demon lair, saying he's done doing their bidding and walks away. Diabolico saying he'll pay for this.
It's just, man, it's only a 2-parter, but like immediately it's just a good story.
Yeah.
You know? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
We're not done yet.
No, we're not.
This is a story that I missed in Lost Galaxy that got cut off because
Oh
of
yeah,
video.
that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, I'm so happy this didn't get cut for you.
Yeah, this
Thank
one didn't.
goodness.
I
Yeah,
heard-
this hit harder.
I heard the Time Force video is also safe, which makes me very happy.
Okay,
Because
good.
I'd be very
Okay.
upset if that was that was theirs anyway. But yeah, man.
Man.
Ryan's destiny.
Oh no.
Ryan shows up at the Aqua Base with Captain Mitchell excited to see him, but he says he's not here to stay. Ryan doesn't know who he is. He was raised to be evil, and that's all he's ever known. He's not sure if the hero life is for him. His father understands and gives Ryan a box, saying to open it when he finds out who he truly is.
I wonder what it could be.
Diabolico then summons these 3 powerful
wonder what
monsters
it is,
to
guys.
go around causing havoc and
I love these so much, dude.
Whoa.
These
They look cool.
they're
They're
so
really nice.
and these are the same. They flew these suits from Japan too, because this is original American footage, but those are the Sentai monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so good, man.
They
I
got
love
budget
these.
on this series.
Yes,
Let's
they
go.
did. Because Galaxy was the most successful seed of Power Rangers ever. So they had budget for this going in.
Hell yeah.
destruction,
Man.
throwing feathers all over the city that will detonate at sundown. The Rangers are clearly
Oh, wow.
overpowered
Yeah.
and need some help. Meanwhile, Ryan plans on leaving the city to escape and discover himself. Before he gets on the bus, though, he overhears the news talking about the exploding feathers.
Oh, no.
He immediately jumps into action and finds a child with a feather, throwing it out onto the busy highway where it explodes. Luckily, though, no one was hurt.
Hey, guess who didn't get to the feathers in time? Go
That was
5.
fun.
Hey, what?
So a lot of people died because of the feathers.
Oh,
And,
no.
like a lot of people get destroyed.
Oh, no.
It's bad, dude.
Oh, my.
There's a lot of people that get
Man.
messed up because they're like, oh, you thought you got all the feathers? Huh, that's funny. I just
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
The kids thank him and say
heavy.
he's a hero.
it's bad.
Ryan, in that moment, then knows who he truly is deep down. He opens up the box and sees the titanium morpher. He goes to the other
Ow.
Rangers
Yep.
and confronts the
This
monsters.
is such a good morph.
Titanium power!
Somebody pointed this out, and I can't unsee it, unfortunately. I used to
Okay.
love this morph, and now I hate it. So
If it's for the reason that it's this, huh?
it's this.
I can't stand
I
it.
can't.
I've always felt this way.
It is not.
Why?
the-
Why is it sideways?
The V is not centered on him. So when his hands come down and like the thing comes down on him, when you look at it and you like actually look at it, it's just really off.
Yeah, I've noticed this ever since I was young. I
I think you
Don't
may
like
have been
it.
the person that told me about it, Kate.
This makes me so upset because it's just why. Oh man,
It's just
They could have censored it. They have enough space.
they did.
they did.
Yeah.
They really did. Yeah. No, why did you make me notice it now?
I've
Because Kane
always-
made me notice it.
Because I had the titanium morpher when I was young,
Same.
and I loved like taking it apart and putting it back together and everything. I like playing with the V, so I always watched this like on repeat. And then one day I realized, oh my gosh, it's not centered. Why isn't it centered?
Man.
Just
Man.
rotate it 90 degrees.
It's just I just don't get why. And then it's just I just don't get it, dude.
He morphs into the Titanium Ranger.
I mean,
and
like, this is
single-handedly
cool.
lays
Yeah.
the smackdown on these monsters so hard.
This fight scene so much. Ooh, get him!
Yeah,
there we go!
You get a nice hug between brother and sister, man.
so
Yep,
good.
Ryan is officially a Power Ranger. Before we can celebrate too much, though, that night, Ryan has a nightmare.
Oh, no.
Diabolico pins him against a pillar and places an evil marking on his back. A cobra.
Oh, no.
And every time he morphs, it'll slowly move up his body until reaching his neck.
Zeus, don't say anything.
Oh my god, he has a life subscription.
No! She said it! I hate that I immediately knew what you were going to say. I stopped it and said don't.
I knew immediately.
I knew it. I mean,
I love that Zeus is catching on to these tropes so quickly, and
Yup.
it makes me so happy.
because remember, he's an original Ranger to America, so he's expensive to have on screen.
And they're probably gonna take him off early because budget cuts.
Whoa.
How do you
That's-
do that?
That's crazy. Where would you
You
get that
gotta-
idea?
You gotta have a snake on him that every time he morphs, something happens.
Oh my goodness, that's wild.
Oh,
Oh, shit, here we go
man.
again. Yeah, that's
Ryan
so
wakes up
mean.
from this nightmare, but when he goes to his mirror, he sees the marking. It was all real.
Oh,
Before we continue, let's talk about the Titanium Ranger.
Yeah!
This is actually the first ever American-made Power Ranger. Go-Go 5 didn't have a 6th Ranger, to my knowledge, but
There's the hunter.
well, it's debate. So there's a mecha later that some
Okay.
people consider to be the 6th Ranger because it's AI and they treat him like their little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually the Titanium Ranger's mecha. So it's like people have kind of like made that joke. And I'm like, I kind of see it because he gets his own episodes and character development. So he's really an important character.
He's what is his name?
Liner Boy.
Oh
Does he have
no,
a
I'm,
picture? Does he have a I want to see.
Wait,
I'm thinking of something else entirely.
oh,
There's like,
you're thinking of the Go-Go 5 6th Ranger.
yeah, I'm thinking of like what is it, Hunter?
I actually didn't watch it. So, where there we go.
Yeah, the gold one right there.
So this
Oh
one.
god, the resolution.
I know the resolution is shit. But
There was a better one. Go back.
was there?
Yeah,
That's wide. Oh, wait, this
any of it. Yeah,
There we go.
Close enough, yeah. Oh, that looks cool. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is only in the movie though.
Oh.
Yeah, Demon
Yeah.
Hunter Zeke. It's only in the movie.
yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
So,
Okay.
I don't know anything about Liner Boy. Who's Liner Boy?
it's Titanium Ranger's mecha.
The mecha.
Is alive?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's an AI in Go-Go 5, and they treat him like the 6th like family member. And he actually gets his own
that explains
episodes.
his movements when he.
Yep. He's
Okay.
he's a literal character that gets his own dedicated episodes and character development.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I've heard the joke that they do that, and I'm kind of like, I could kind of see it because they give him so many episodes to himself to grow as a character, but he's not a ranger, so I'm like, you know?
Just like that, exactly, word for word.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
The line is thin.
exactly. So I would say there's not really a 6th Ranger for Go-Go 5, and Demon Hunter Zeke does not show up on Gokai
The main
Silver's
series.
thing either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's not really a 6th Ranger. So.
Extra hero, quote unquote.
But only in a movie, and it's not
Yeah, yeah.
canon. So
since it's Power Rangers tradition at this point, and usually the 6th Ranger is the most popular, they just made one from scratch. The morpher, the
You look so
suit,
happy.
the
Look
wig,
at
the footage,
That's
He looks so
great.
proud
all
of being
American
there.
made. And honestly, they did a really great job with it. I had
Yeah.
no idea this wasn't a Sentai character. And I
'Cause it
really
looks
like
good.
the nod to the Sentai, with the
Yeah.
big Roman numeral 5 being on the helmet.
yeah.
Ryan is a very interesting character too. I like how he wasn't brainwashed to be evil or anything. He was just raised by demons and fed a lie for his entire life. Once he found out his entire life was a lie, naturally, he was a bit confused. Living his whole life this way, he wasn't sure if evil was just who he was now. A nice little mini arc with some real mature themes like
Is this
child
comic
sacrifice and
art? Damn,
parents
this looks so
abandonment.
good.
Great stuff.
That looks really good.
Curse of the Cobra.
Oh yeah, isn't there a comic that's just about Dana and Ryan?
I think You're asking the wrong person. I don't read
Chat.
the
Chat would know.
One of you would know.
Chat would know.
Please.
Listen, I still need to read more of the comics because I have a good chunk of them out there, but there's more in my throne if you want to check it out. Exclamation point throne.
Exclamation throne. Give
Ray
Ryan my
Greeny in my
comics.
chat says there is. I'm
Okay,
inclined to
okay.
believe you. I don't know myself, but I believe you.
I'll believe you.
Mhm.
But yeah, I loved the Titanium Ranger. I think it was super cool. I remember getting the Morpher back in the day, but I never got the Mecha, just the Morpher for some reason.
I had the Megazord.
I think the train was the last time I got.
This was the
Megazords.
season that I had the most Megazords from.
I'm really sad I didn't get the Omega Megazord.
Me too.
I'm really sad. I wanted it. Man. Anyway.
Man.
Not a lot happens here, just a big fight between the Rangers and the monster. Carter notices the mark on Ryan's back and is worried the entire time. They fight, morph, and every time Ryan morphs, the snake moves closer and closer. He ends up
Not a
ending
lot
with Ryan
happens. That's a
explaining the
lot.
situation
I mean,
to Carter,
That's
but
a
Captain
lot.
Mitchell overhears, benching Ryan from future fights, saying he lost him once and he's not going to do it again.
Aw.
The strength of the sun. Miss Fairweather
bad,
is working
buddy.
on a new
Liner boy.
sword, but there's a problem. It needs the Titanium Ranger powers to operate it. Ryan overhears this and feels awful, especially when the Rangers get into a fight and could use his help. Eventually though, Ryan has enough and jumps into action, boarding the new Megazord, the Max Solar Zord. It's a pretty cool Megazord. It lands some
Yeah.
super cool spinning kicks and destroys the monster. Everyone celebrates, except Ryan, who's now passed out. The curse took more
Oh,
life
God.
force than he was expecting. There's some bad news that Miss Fairweather only shares to Captain Mitchell.
Oh, no.
The fight used up so
Oh yeah, I think we were kind of like left in suspense for a while for this too, to see like how bad it was. This was like
Yeah.
as soon as the Titanium Ranger arc was done, they immediately go into the Cobra arc of like, so he's dying. And it's like, oh no, okay.
Yeah.
much Titanium Ranger energy, she says that the next time Ryan morphs, it could kill him. The Cobra strikes.
Oh,
After
no.
once again being benched, Ryan decides to take matters into his own hands, traveling to the ancient tomb to rid himself of the Cobra's curse. Meanwhile,
Yeah, in Mariner
Diabolico
Bay,
does battle with the
you know.
Rangers head
Okay,
on.
all
He's
right.
naturally super powerful, and they could really use Ryan's help.
Oh, I will say this because I think I saw somebody mention it in chat. They were asking why did they stop using the train? In the Sentai, the train was like the super train Megazord is
yeah.
so powerful that it drains so much of the Ranger's energy that it's only safe to use for like a few minutes. And every time they've used it, the Rangers have almost died every time that they've used it.
Oh.
Because it is
Okay.
it is that like because it's just so powerful and it drains so much of their own energy.
You know, I've never realized
it
that.
is a last resort.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever realized that they just don't use it very often. To
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah, the Lightspeed Rescue Megazord is
Oh my
the one that they
goodness,
use the
yeah.
most because of that.
Mm.
So, yeah.
We also get a new weapon here, the Battle Boosters. Think of them like Andros' Battleizer. It pretty much just grants the Rangers a super powerful punch. When Ryan makes it deep into the tomb, his
Yeah.
Cobra marking starts to react, and it takes on a physical form. Where Ryan uses his last
I'm pretty sure
his Cobra marking starts to react, and it takes on a physical
I'm pretty sure this is an MMPR suit. I feel
Show
like
it
it
again?
is.
I mean, like, keep playing and then pause. I think so.
It like looks like it, right? It's a modified Snizzard. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Cause it just like
I
you look
see
at the
it.
legs and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's that, you know?
Yeah.
So I just noticed it, you know? Cause it's not in the Sentai. Cause yeah.
where Ryan uses his last morph to fight it. It's a super intense fight. His powers don't last long though, and he demorphs. And also rips off his shirt. Come on now.
Yeah.
He defeats the snake and is free to morph to
Gotta
his
set a
heart's content.
precedent. Come on.
Every time
Not
the
as
two,
good as
since
Leo's,
Diabolico
but
is
yeah.
wreaking havoc on the Rangers.
Okay.
Ryan and the Solar Zord show up, and with their powers combined, defeat and destroy Diabolico.
This Megazord
It's a pretty
is
big
so
deal.
fun to make.
What was it? The Solar Max Megazord? Is that what it was? Or is it?
No, Lightspeed Max Solar Zord something.
Oh,
I
God.
forget the full ridiculous name.
Someone
of
help
this.
us with that in chat. We're gonna need it.
Need to cross-reference, guys.
Yeah.
And everyone celebrates, but not for long. Diabolico's star power, which was the source of his immense power, gets transferred to baby Olympius.
Whoa, that's
and
crazy.
his cocoon enters Mariner Bay.
Oh God. Okay.
Olympius ascends.
Yeah.
Olympius, well, he ascends.
Just a
having
random
new adult-
cocoon
Listen.
from the earth rising and gets bigger. Okay.
Don't even worry about that, okay? It's just totally a normal thing that happens with demons, you know? Once they reach a certain age, you know?
They form a cocoon and enter cities.
Okay. All right.
From the
That's,
sky.
I'd like to
I'll note it
point
down.
out too, I feel like this is out of order, but I can't remember it from Sentai. Because those 3 like general monsters are still alive, I think at this point. Like all 3 of them, or at least 2 of them are. So I'm like,
They should all be, except with the exception of Diabolico.
well, Diabolical wasn't one of them. So I'm talking like those 3 cool ones that we pointed out before. I think all 3 of them are still alive.
Right.
form.
Which
the Rangers
I feel like
morph
it's
and
out
fight
of order
him,
for some
but Olympius
reason.
is too powerful, not landing a single attack on him.
Oh, yeah.
However, he needs to retreat since his body isn't
Olympus's
used to this
voice
newfound
too
power.
is ridiculous, in like the good way.
I don't remember what it was, honestly.
It's very stoic and gosh, I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know how to emulate it. I would need to hear it again, but
We'll look
in
it up
my
at some
head,
point.
yeah, I'm sure it'll play again. But I
Yeah.
really like Olympus's voice.
Did he shoot red with his own gun? Yup.
Yep. Oh
Yep.
yeah, he totally
yeah.
does.
He just said Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
You have to remember, he's still kind of a kid, so he's like, I want to play with your toys. Gimme.
He didn't technically grow up in a proper sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic because the Sentai, the transformation is not instant. It takes a couple episodes for like the cocoon thing. But like while I think it's either before he goes into the cocoon or it's after he goes into the cocoon, he's not like finished. So he's wandering around like Mariner Bay area, unsure of who he is, and he runs into the Pink Ranger, and the Pink Ranger treats him like a little brother for like a couple episodes, only for him to end up being like this massive evil. And it's such a like gut-wrenching moment because like they're treating him like family, and family is the big theme of Go-Go 5.
Family.
So because they're all family,
Aww.
Sorry,
including the demons. The demons are all family too. So
That's cute.
yeah.
It's a really good episode showing off the Rangers' new threat. Olympius captures the other Rangers apart from Carter and shapeshifts into them, allowing him to sneak onto the Aqua Base. Carter eventually saves the other Rangers and sends Olympius packing momentarily. A small victory in a grand war that's just begun.
Yeah.
Face from the past. Captain Mitchell gives the Rangers the day off. How does that work? Like if a demon attacks the city, they're just like, sorry boss, I'm chilling. Everyone takes advantage of this vacation, apart from Carter, who's still training. Captain Mitchell joins him and the two have some bonding time. Carter explaining why he always trains so hard. He wants to be like that firefighter who saved his life all those years ago. Yeah, I didn't think they'd bring that back up. Before the two can bond some more, a demon attacks a power plant. And of course, it just so happens that there was a field trip going on, and there's now tons of children trapped
surely the
inside.
cyborg Rangers will take care of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'm sure those are.
Didn't they get, demolished a couple episodes back?
Listen, we don't even worry about that.
I don't think they're here anymore, guys.
No, trust.
Just don't even worry about that, okay?
Firefighters arrive on the scene, and Captain Mitchell tells Carter and the Rangers to deal with the monster, while he goes in to save the kids. They destroy the monster, and Captain Mitchell rescues everyone from the burning power plant.
I love that.
Everyone
He's
but
doing it
one
himself.
child, who's still inside. The power plant is on the verge of blowing up, but Captain Mitchell boldly runs back inside to save the little girl. Carter shows up moments later and follows suit. Captain Mitchell tells Carter to take the child outside while he stays behind to keep the room from collapsing. That's when Carter starts getting flashbacks. Before he could think about it too much though, they make it outside, before the plant explodes. Luckily, however, Captain Mitchell is okay.
Oh, good.
The episode ends with
Oh my
Carter
God, he's
going up to
alive.
Captain Mitchell and asking him a simple question.
It was you, wasn't it? You're the fireman who saved me when I was a kid.
Yes, Carter.
Man, small world. It's a super touching
Small
scene.
world.
Yeah.
Carter turns into a little kid again, thanking Captain Mitchell profusely. But Captain Mitchell says that whatever he did for Carter, Carter's paid it back to the people of Mariner Bay he saved over and over.
Aww.
It's a
Small plot twist, but it's such a nice, like, tying up a ribbon that you didn't think was gonna get tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a feeling. I was like, oh, you're talking about this with him. I wonder
Yeah.
if it'll connect.
What'd you say, Kane?
The storytelling is just so good.
Yeah.
It
It
is
gets
really
so much
good.
better.
really touching episode that I didn't expect to have any follow-up back when it was mentioned in episode 2.
Yeah.
The action was spectacular, both with the Ranger fighting stuff and the saving the kids. And the emotional bits are super powerful and mature. Another great episode. The Queen returns. Olympius and friends concoct a plan to summon Queen Bansheera to Earth. She can only be summoned every 1,000 years or so when all the planets align perfectly. There's not much else to really comment on though. The Rangers infiltrate the ritual and fight the demons. And then they manage to stop the full ritual.
Surprise!
However, the Queen is now on Earth, just not as powerful as she could have been.
Hello!
But in time, she will. We cut to the Aqua Base,
In time.
and Ryan says that he's leaving. He says that the demons were captured once, and they could do it again. So he's going on a quest to figure out how to stop the demons.
He didn't lose his powers though, Zeus. He's totally fine.
Wow, he's alive and he's fine. He has his powers.
He's
this
fine.
is the biggest plot twist I've ever heard.
Fine.
In every single Power Ranger, for some reason, one loses a life or one loses their powers. There's no in between. It's a good thing he won twice this season.
You know what? True and real. He didn't die and he still has his powers.
Good for him.
He's going to the International Peace Conference. Oh my gosh.
AKA, we used up the budget on the Titanium Ranger and can't film new scenes.
Yeah.
See you again in episode whatever. The Omega Project. It turns out
It's
that
Omega
an
time.
asteroid is heading straight for Earth. So the Rangers gotta board the asteroid and destroy it. That's pretty much it. There's this random
That's
kid who I
pretty
guess
much
is
it.
Joel's little brother, friend. I don't know. He's the one who discovered the asteroid and has to convince Lightspeed that it's real. Like, bro, what kind of operation are we running here if a 12-year-old has to show you that the city is in danger? The 5th crystal. So there's 5 powerful crystals that when brought together create a super powerful weapon.
Whoa.
For some reason, they're not under any kind of real protection, and Viper manages to steal 4 of the 5. The 5th crystal, there's the title again, is under the ownership of Kelsey's grandma.
Of course.
She's a stuck-up rich lady who only cares about her wealth.
Uh-huh.
It's an okay
Yeah,
episode.
Zio.
It
So
feels a lot like
Scrooge,
Mighty
okay.
Morphin. Juxtaposed to this dangerous, powerful crystal weapon and Kelsey's damaged relationship with her grandma is Kelsey's grandma in hockey gear fighting the monsters. Like, is this a serious episode or not?
Listen, don't even worry about it, okay? Just
I mean, if they're spry enough to fight, go nuts, madame.
Let them fight.
Let them fight. Mm-hmm.
The Chosen Path. Chad runs into his old karate master, who's disgusted with him.
bro, it's
Why did you say it like that, Gunner? Who's disgusted
So-
with them?
it's so funny because it's blue and yellow got swapped here. Where yellow is the martial artist in Sentai, and this is exactly what the martial arts master looks like in the Sentai.
Really?
Yeah, he makes
That's
him drink
so funny.
milk to learn the ultimate technique.
Oh,
It's
that's
so-
right.
It's so
Oh my-
funny. I love it so much.
Angry that Chad gave up being the sensei's protege to instead be a Power Ranger.
Same thing.
Olympia sends down a monster who ends up fighting the master,
Yep, and
but
that's
he
them.
absolutely whoops the monster. It's kind of a funny episode, honestly. Chad keeps trying to impress his master to gain his approval, but he blows him off every time. Eventually, the monster returns and asks the master to train him, even beating up some batlings to prove he's not evil. And the master accepts, training the monster to be his new protege just to rub it in Chad's face.
Literally.
It of course ends up being a trap, and when Chad shows up to help, the old man still doesn't want to accept it. So Chad does what any reasonable person would do, and beats up the old man until he's compliant.
Yeah.
Oh my
This somehow impresses the master and now
Oh my
respects
gosh.
Chad, who shows up to fight the monster. I think this scene just exists to show that Chad can do all these cool kicks.
I mean, yeah.
Don't learn. Lightspeed, rescue.
He morphs, defeat the monster, and
I don't know what it is about this.
Just don't learn.
You just don't learn. Oh my god, he just gets so into it, you know?
10 out of 10.
Rescue.
he morphs, defeat the monster, and The Master is now friends with Chad, accepting his path. Yesterday,
Yeah, so same, literally one to one of the Sentai episode, except it's yellow. That's the martial artist, and
And no milk.
yeah, it makes him drink milk. So
Man. Didn't get the milk sponsorship. It's okay. It's all right.
They really wanted that milk sponsorship, yeah.
oh my god, dude.
Hey again, Miss Fairweather creates another toy for the Rangers.
Hey.
It's just the Lost Galaxy Jet Jammers, but this time you lay down in it. It's a really weird episode. Carter's trying to learn how to fly it, but is having problems. Meanwhile, the Rangers are fighting Olympius, and he seemingly destroys them.
They didn't talk about the.
Huh?
Meanwhile, the Rangers are fighting Olympius, and he's
Okay,
They didn't talk about the rescue bird at all. I just realized.
Okay, yeah. So this is the rescue bird.
Okay.
I just realized we're 35 minutes into this episode. We haven't talked about the rescue bird.
Honor, you skipped a lot. I'm starting to realize. So the rescue bird is essentially like the individual weapons of the Rangers. We don't really see them use it, but all of the weapons combined create the rescue bird.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So because it's based on the Sentai, each of the weapons that form the rescue bird are different, like saving pieces of equipment. So like one of them's the jaws of life, one of them's like a drill, one of them's a fire extinguisher, like that kind of thing. And they're not even like individual to the Rangers. It's literally they call the rescue bird and then it breaks apart and gives them whatever part they need. And then when they're like, all right, we need to do a finisher, call the rescue bird. But the thing is it kind of just gets retired like right after they get the V-Lancers, because the V-Lancers are just so much better. So
Yeah.
But
this is an early episode weapon.
Yeah, this like someone was saying they used it in episode 2, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like that's right.
I completely forgot all about that.
I
Yeah,
did too.
this is a very, very early episode weapon.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Anyway, apparently Olympia stole it and used it on them, which does not surprise me.
Seemingly destroys them, but we then cut to Carter, and he's living the same day again. It's a Groundhog Day episode, but it's never explained why it's happening. I remember in Zeo when they did the same thing, and the source was a monster or something, but here it's just like, God gave Carter another chance to save his friends. He of course does it with the new toy now available at Walmart. As time
I wish that actually was an episode in the Sentai. It would have been really fun.
Runs out, Olympius tries to call a truce with Lokai and Vipra. I forgot to mention, but since Olympius' debut, he's been having petty arguments with the other demons. During this truce, he betrays them though and sends them far away.
Yep.
The rest of the episode has the Rangers dealing with the flower monster.
Don't worry about
Plants
it.
flowers on their bodies, and at noon the flowers will open up and spray the Rangers with a deadly toxin. They try blasting at it with the laser, but it has no effect. All seems hopeless. Until Carter gets a brilliant idea to get into the Max Solar Zord and fly to the sun. So they go in space, and the plan works out perfectly, destroying the flowers and destroying the monster. The episode ending with Vipra and Lokai wandering the deserts until coming across the tomb that they were
I don't remember this
imprisoned in.
episode very well, so
Okay. So,
you're just gonna have to take Carter's word for it.
So in the Sentai, this is one of my favorite episodes. So the whole idea is that the plants go on everybody's like wrists and stops them from morphing. But they're like, hey, you have until the end of the day to do whatever you're gonna do. So like you can either like, you know, unalive yourself in Minecraft, or this thing will hatch and spread these poisonous spores everywhere and kill everyone.
Right.
So the Rangers steal a nuke and take the Max Shuttle Megazord to space to
I'm
like.
sorry, rewind. What did they steal?
So the Rangers steal a nuke. I'm not exaggerating. They're like if we're gonna go out, we're gonna make
Let's
sure
just casually steal a nuke.
Yeah, so
Why not?
they take it and they basically form a suicide pact. It's like it is really dark. They're like, listen, we're not gonna let anybody else die. And they steal a nuke and they're literally watching the sunset and they're like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna let it go. And they're all crying and they're sobbing. And it's really dark and depressing. And then they come up with the idea to go into space to do it. And they're like, wait a minute. The plants need oxygen to live. What if we open the shuttle and the oxygen will kill the plant and it'll fall off into space and release all the spores into space. And that's how they fix it. And
Oh, that is wow.
it is almost an incredibly dark episode because they're literally like, we'd rather unalive ourselves in Minecraft than let these spores kill the city that we've been trying to protect.
Oh god.
For the villain side of things, no one likes Olympius. He's a little shit. He sucks.
Oh yeah, no one likes Olympius.
No one likes him. But Vipra and the other guy whose name I never remember.
Lokar, I think is what they've been Lokai? Lokar?
Lokai sounds right.
Okay.
They're like, you know what? In the Sentai, they're like, you know what? Let's go to hell and bring back Diabolico.
Damn.
That's literally their idea. They're like, let's just go to hell and we'll bring him back. No worries.
Let's bring back Boss.
Yeah.
We don't want to babysit this kid anymore.
Literally. So
yeah.
That's the
you
plot.
deal with him.
And that's where we are now. So yeah.
Vipra reads a spell, and it resurrects Diabolico.
Yeah, there we go.
We also see that Ryan had a similar plan, witnessing all of this go down.
Yeah, our
In
new
the
manager
freeze
is
zone.
ass. it's what it is because we don't get to see it through Connor's things, but I'm pretty sure it happened several times where like Olympius really doesn't care about the foot soldiers, the monsters, the demons. Like he doesn't care about anybody. He's just like, well, I guess I'll kill this random monster to try and kill the Rangers, and it never works. And everyone slowly realizes like at least Diabolico kind of had honor, like fighting.
Yeah.
You know. So
He cared for his like troops and everything else.
exactly.
Ryan tries to contact the other Rangers about Diabolico, but the signal keeps cutting out. Diabolico shows up, and summons a monster that can freeze things.
Is this Marvel versus
Yes!
Capcom?
I was like, wait a minute, is my music playing? I was like, hold on a second. Yeah, it's just take you for a ride.
Freezes Miss Fairweather and some of the other Rangers. Then they fight. You know, it's a fun episode, but not much else to really say about it.
Yeah.
The episode ending with more internal conflict. It's now Olympius versus everyone else.
Yeah.
But the queen is on her
No, I
side.
just it's never really occurred to me. I've seen this screenshot a bunch of times, but it didn't quite hit until now. Just because of the setting of Lightspeed Rescue, seeing them in wilderness just feels wrong.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think that episode is literally they're like on vacation and they get like attacked while they're on vacation, which is why they're like out there kind of thing.
They can't take a break.
Yeah.
That's what I'm realizing there.
Yeah.
Seeing them surrounded by greenery just felt weird. I don't know. But anyway,
I agree.
continue.
Everyone else. But the queen is on her son's side. The mighty mega battles. Thank goodness it's not super mega battles. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. So this brilliant scientist
Damn,
named
okay.
Clark shows up to Lightspeed, and Miss Fairweather is just absolutely enthralled by him, which naturally gets Joel super jealous. He tries acting like a scientist to impress her to no avail.
Oh my god. Oh my god, buddy. Oh, buddy. He's still trying after a couple episodes in.
He's
My
trying
boy.
so hard. I love
He
him
is so dedicated
much.
and loyal.
I love him so
Get yourself a
much.
man like Joel.
Find a man that can do all three.
Bro, he's about to open his eyes for the next fives.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Even trying to sabotage a lunch date. Things get worse when a monster shows up and blows up the car.
Whoa.
Low-key, Joel was probably happy about that.
True.
The explosion leaves
Yeah.
Clark unconscious, and when Joel sees how upset this makes Miss Fairweather, he accepts the fact that she loves Clark more than him. Joel does this really cool running morph,
so
but
good.
Chad takes the cake for morphs that
Oh,
go
yeah, check
absolutely
this out.
hard.
It's so
Oh
good.
wow.
Miss Fairweather
Only episode they do this. The only episode, because like, so Joel does it and he just jumps through the thing. Chad does it and does the spin kick through it. Only time in the entire series they do it like that. And it
So, yeah, most times when we say flash morph, like every time we see the morphing sequence, for anyone that doesn't know, because I know everybody likes to like make fun of it. The morphing sequence, when that happens, that's just for the audience. We don't see that.
Yeah.
For most people in world, they just see the flash of light and that's it. This is the first time that we get the idea that, oh, they shoot the thing out from their morphers and then it goes through them. Like,
Yeah, okay.
that's
then they just
super
shift.
cool.
It's so good.
Let's go.
tells the two to use their Mighty Mega Mode.
Mighty
They
Mega
punch in the
Mode!
numbers on the battle boosters, and boom, 2 new toys for you. Why not? They
Love
destroy
that
the monster,
sequence.
and Clark
Whoa.
thanks
It's so cool. Like
and
this.
boom,
Like it like slowly forming from like the blueprints kind of looking thing.
So cool.
It is so cool. It's such a good, smart use of green screen too, because it's definitely all it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks so good, dude. Like, smart play. Well played.
2 new toys for you, why not? They destroy the monster, and Clark thanks Joel for everything. He leaves Lightspeed, and Joel tells Miss Fairweather that the two of them make a good couple.
Clark is my brother.
Although, in Joel's defense, the two of them did look a little too friendly on occasion. The Great Egg Caper.
Yeah.
So there's this thief that Kelsey is trying to not make bad anymore. Didn't we already do this with Dana and the bus hijacker? It's pretty much the same thing. Super filler. Okay. But we do get the Rangers in comically bad disguise.
Oh my god. I love this.
I don't remember this at all.
It's so funny. Because he's like, all right, guys, let's do it. And Joel goes, oh, finally, this wig's itchy. And he's dressed up like an old woman for the episode for some reason. It's just so dumb. Oh my god, dude.
I mean, it is a filler episode.
I'm always for.
Yeah.
Ocean Blue. Viper saves a mermaid from danger. Just roll with it.
Yeah,
and it reaches Mariner Bay and sees the
fine.
citizens throwing trash into the sea and polluting it. But Chad shows up and tells everyone to stop, even picking up the garbage himself. And the mermaid quickly develops a crush on Chad.
Whoa.
Later on, the Aqua Base needs some fixing, and during a malfunction, the mermaid saves Chad. Where the two then share a moment. Aww. When the mermaid returns home, Viper is there, deceiving her that she's her friend. Viper gives the mermaid a box and tells her to give it to Chad, because whatever's inside will make him fall in love with her.
Aww.
When the mermaid hands over the box, it turns out to be a trap.
Oh no!
The Rangers save him, defeat the monster,
no.
and when Chad finally tells the mermaid that now they can be together, she turns him down. Like, yo, you're the one who interjected yourself into Chad's life.
True.
You could have just loved him from afar.
True.
You can't trust nobody these days.
Man.
These maids ain't loyal. That's all I'm saying, you know?
Yeah.
Where's Poseidon?
Oh my god.
Call her to get her girls.
Where is Poseidon?
Where's Poseidon?
Poseidon's probably
Where's
turning into
Poseidon?
sleep right now.
Where's
buddy.
Poseidon? Where is she?
But now,
Little
we've reached the new
Little Mermaid's
tradition in
different,
Power
yeah.
Rangers, the beloved crossover episode.
It's not really a tradition anymore, but it's a tradition for a while.
It's a tradition for
Okay.
all of Saban and some of Disney.
Disney.
But this is what I consider to be one of the worst team-ups.
Oh.
Ooh, I think it's just because I know a lot about what happened behind the scenes, but I will let it play and maybe Connor will talk about it.
To the 10th Power was pretty much peak Power
so
Rangers at the
good.
time. So much so that YouTube copyrights.
That's so funny. I'm so sorry, Connor.
It happened. Oh my gosh. It was so unfortunate too.
Struck me and I had to edit it all out. Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah.
But anyway, how would Lightspeed's team up compare? Let's find out.
There's one moment that saves this entire thing, but yeah.
With Trakina's Revenge, Part 1. We kick things off on Miranoi, and Leo pulling the Quasar Saber from the stone. Hey, Mike did that, not you. He does battle with some hooded figures before they disappear. Meanwhile, back on Earth, we follow our new main characters. This little girl named Heather and her mom. They go to her dad's office to say hi. During their visit, Heather's mom gets abducted by those hooded figures, and then gets shrunk down and put into this device that's stealing hers and other people's life energy.
This is genuinely like a very terrifying thing, but like Connor's talking really fast through it. I'm like, oh wow.
Would you like me to make it more
goodness.
terrifying?
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead.
The Sentai version of this, they're stealing their blood. And no, I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
With how dark it got, yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very likely
I don't
now.
even remember them being vampires. I think it's just they were like, we're gonna use a blood summoning ritual to summon a really powerful demon because it's
Oh,
demons,
God.
you know. So
The demon
yeah,
in charge is Tri-Skull, who's stealing energy for Queen Banshira. But when Olympius leaves, we see that he has a secret partnership with Trakina. Heather then runs downstairs to tell the receptionist what she saw.
And wait,
And the old
oh my god,
wait for it.
here it is.
Okay,
Connor knows.
okay.
You see?
lady, no joke, says,
There's no such thing as monsters.
"You have got to be kidding me. What world does this lady live in where she says there's no such thing as monsters? Idiot." And speaking of idiots, why are the monsters that totally do exist conduct this experiment and base of operations in a random office building? Triskull then takes on a human form to steal Heather. She runs outside and Carter finds her. She tells him what happened, and there's a weird tension, like Carter also doesn't believe her, but of course he does. And he's gonna help get her mom back. Meanwhile, the other Rangers are driving and run into Leo.
Hey, you're Leo.
How do you...
Yeah.
How do you know?
So
How do you know?
that's what I said, and I said this before too, and it's another reason why I don't like this crossover, because like Lost Galaxy stuff happened in a galaxy far, far away, deep in space.
I imagine they just sent a message. I obviously agree with you, but I imagine it's something as simple as like, "Hey everyone, we made it back. Send email."
Yeah, but like, how would the Legend of the Rangers hit? You know?
We made it to a planet named Miranoi, and we had Power Rangers. These are their names. Send.
Power of the Morphin Grid? Hell no, because if they had the power of the Morphin Grid, then we wouldn't have gotten that Dino Thunder episode with Legacy of Power. So you can take that answer and you can jog on.
How do you know that?
Leo's been on
Miranoi.
What happened?
That was so aggressive.
Listen, I take my Power Rangers lore and knowledge very seriously. You know me.
We can tell, yes.
Oh my God. And yes, that was very aggressive. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Probably since he became a Ranger. Whatever. They get ambushed by the Ghouls.
The Ghouls.
Yeah, that's their names. Very original.
Okay.
It's a pretty good fight, and especially with Leo unmorphed, just relying on the saber. Meanwhile, Carter and Heather also get jumped by some Ghouls, but they receive some backup.
Oh.
Yippee!
Kai and Maya.
Oh my God,
The
team.
classic duo of Kai and Maya.
Yeah!
They beat up the Ghouls and they all head back to the Aqua Base. Leo gives us a recap of Lost Galaxy's ending, but wait, it turns out Shakina somehow lived. And somehow
Magically.
teamed up with a demon who somehow serves
I
her.
didn't like this.
Sure. Part 1 ends with the Lightspeed and Lost Galaxy Rangers heading back to Mariner Bay to do battle. But Heather wants to come. Carter rightfully tells her no. But for some reason, the other Rangers are like, come on, man, let her come. And he goes with it. Sure, why not? Let's bring this little girl on a dangerous mission. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine.
That's why we don't bring her. Shakina's Revenge, Part 2.
I also want to point out really quickly, this is so minor, but like this is, in this episode, they used the Japanese footage for morphing for Lost Galaxy.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the first time and only time that they ever used the footage for that.
And if Connor points it out, we'll talk about it. If he doesn't, we'll talk about it after.
Oh, no, it happened in the last episode, in part 1.
I thought it was in part 2 because the other Galaxy Rangers didn't show up yet.
It only happens with Leo, Maya, and Kai. I almost forgot their names for a moment.
No, it happens
And
later.
the only reason why I know that is because this was included on that DVD that I tell you I watched 1,000,000 times.
So the only reason I'm going to fight you on this, it happens with the whole team because people pointed out the fact that Damon went from being black to Asian, and Damon's not here yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they do it in both episodes?
Okay. They maybe did, but I know it definitely happens in this episode.
Huh.
I think they did it that way because they were trying to kind of like speed it up and use pre-stock footage from Gingaman in the crossover with GoGo 5. So they were probably just using that.
Huh.
Because you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stupidity continues, so the Rangers need to clear out the office building so nobody working there gets hurt during their attack. So Carter tells Heather to go inside and sneakily pull the fire alarm. Or, hear me out, these government official Power Rangers go inside and tell everyone to leave under their order. Why are we doing this? Then both the Lost Galaxy and Lightspeed Rangers sneak into firefighter outfits to blend in so they can go inside? Again, this makes no sense. This is the one season where the secret identity stuff doesn't work.
It made sense in GoGo 5 because they were giving like the Galaxy or Gingaman, they were giving them the suits so they'd match GoGo 5 walking in and people wouldn't like ask them, hey, who are these random people coming with you?
Oh yeah, but hey, Kendricks and Damon also pull out their sabers.
Yippee!
Carter and Leo sneak off to do battle again with Tri-Skull.
I like those.
They put up a good fight, but ultimately get overpowered. They then sneak off again to rescue the prisoners. They get jumped by the ghouls, but this time they get saved by Kendricks and Damon. Trakina blasts them out of the building, and we get this really long sequence of the Rangers falling onto a crash pad. But finally, with all the Lightspeed and Lost Galaxy
It's
Rangers
finally
together,
time.
It's time. Guys, ready? Ready!
Go, Galactic!
So this is what I was talking about. You can see it right here.
Yeah.
Because it's not Damon, because this person is not black.
Yeah.
So, because it's just Gingaman stock footage.
Mhm.
Because they don't even morph like that. Like, they don't even morph like that in Lost Galaxy.
No, so in the previous episode, they do the pillars and everything, like the pillars of fire and everything. That happens in the previous episode, which is Leo, Kai, and Maya.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Despite everything, this morphing sequence is so hype. And again, the transition from Lost Galaxy to Lightspeed is so crisp and delicious.
Yeah, the music transition. Just the drums, dude!
Yeah.
They then proceed to lay the smackdown on the Batlings.
It's so good.
But even this is ruined. For some reason, the camera is avoiding the Lost Galaxy Rangers. Every scene has the focus on the Lightspeed team, and I don't get it. How are you ruining this for me? Tri-Skull then uses the device on
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
I don't think I did either.
On purpose. Like, yeah.
Whoa.
I've never noticed that at all.
That's so bad. I never. Oh no! Oh no! Oh nuts!
Play it back again. Go back again.
On the Batlings. But even this is ruined.
Oh my gosh,
For some
yeah.
reason, the
A little
camera
bit
is
of
avoiding
Leo?
the Lost Galaxy Rangers. Every scene has the focus on the Lightspeed
That's
team.
so
and I don't get it.
interesting.
How are you ruining this for
Yeah,
me?
even the camera pans away
Tri-Skull
from
then
Damon.
uses the device.
Whoa! That is crazy. Connor, why did you ruin this for me? I mean, I already didn't like this team up, but
I can't believe that I've never noticed that for as many times as I've watched this.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ice on Trakina and turns her into a massive eldritch monster.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
admit,
this thing's terrifying.
This thing is
Oh
so
my
scary.
gosh.
Yeah, it is really. I think this is the demon they summoned with all the blood that they stole from.
Oh
What's
god.
it called? Yeah.
looks sick. The Lightspeed Rangers summon their Zord, but it's no map.
But this Zord doesn't exist yet in Lightspeed, or was it the other way around? Does this exist yet? Because they haven't even he hasn't talked about the Omega Megazord.
He hasn't even. He talked about the Omega Megazord, but he never talked about it transforming.
Oh my god! So
he talked about the rover because it landed on the meteor, right? The asteroid is coming towards Earth.
Okay, so I can't remember if this happens in Power Rangers. This does happen in Go-Go 5.
Yeah.
This Megazord's introduced before it's introduced in the series. So, like, this mecha just comes out of nowhere in Go-Go 5. Just
Really?
literally,
Oh my
it's like because they're movies, they're not episodes.
Oh,
when they're the
okay,
team
okay.
ups. So the movie came out like it was like a month before it came out in the show.
Oh, that tends to happen in like Rider Sentai movies.
Yep.
Honestly, though,
So-
it's more of like a hey, this is what's coming. Better keep watching.
Someone in the chat is saying the episode aired out of order because it was a McDonald's VHS special. Whoa, really?
That's right. I do remember this. I remember that because
Bruh, I feel like I'm having core memories unlocked that I didn't even remember that I
no,
remembered.
I remember that too. Oh man.
What? Okay, let's see if Connor knows anything
this
about
is when
this.
like this is when McDonald's is really trying to like push the VHS with Happy Meals thing.
Yeah.
Because they did this for what? Backstreet Boys? And they did this for Power Rangers. And there was like one other thing that they were doing this for.
Digimon?
It was the wildest thing.
X-Men, maybe?
Maybe? I don't know.
But yeah, hey Zeus, there's another Megazord that the Lightspeed Rangers have. In the episode they went and destroyed the asteroid. We didn't even see the rover. He didn't even talk about that.
He showed the rover
Oh, he
thing.
did?
He
Okay.
showed it landing, but then like Connor cut it like before he showed it transforming to the
Okay.
Megazord.
So
I don't know what about this is, but this is my favorite Megazord, and I
so
have
good.
no rhyme or reason for it.
It just looks good.
It just looks real. I don't like its square head, mind you, but
Okay.
like the rest of it looks so good.
So in order to get to space, they were like, you're gonna need new Zords that can actually go into space, and they made 5 space vehicles that could combine into first like a tank walking thing that kind of looks like a spider,
like a spacewalker thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that it can just stand up and turn into a Megazord as well. And it's
Yeah, so it was 5 individual vehicles that combined into a walker, and then it would just stand up.
Yep.
Okay.
And that is the Omega Megazord, or the God, what is it called in Go-Go 5?
I can't believe fake fan.
I genuinely I can't remember.
That's crazy.
I think it's like
Reverse Uno card.
I think it's V Rover or something like that when it's on the ground. Victory Mars, thank you.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Victory Mars.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because they take it into space. And then I think it's Mars Flare is the finisher for it, which I think sounds dope personally. All right.
The Galactic Beast then also show up on Earth.
Oh my
Why
god.
not?
Which I think is dope, first of all.
And the 2 Zords do battle for about 5 seconds before the Galaxy Megazord falls apart. What happens next is kind of cool, but is also rushed. The Lost Galaxy Rangers summon the Lights of Orion, and when the Lightspeed Rangers pick them up in the Zord, the Lights of Orion combine with the Omega Megazord.
So cool looking.
This is super awesome,
wow.
but again, it just kind of happens. It's enough power to destroy Chiato once and for all. And most importantly, Heather reunites with her mom. Thank goodness. She becomes an honorary Power Ranger, and the Lightspeed team asks if the Lost Galaxy Rangers could stay on Earth for a bit. But Kendrick says they're needed back on Miranoi. Why? Chiato is dead.
You got me, man. I don't
No, but this is, remember how I said, like, the last time?
Yep.
It's like, oh, why don't they just stay and help?
Yep.
Like, literally, you could finish all the demons so quickly if they just stayed for, like, a couple days.
But the plot, Kane, the plot.
Yeah, the plot.
Maybe
The
that
plot.
long.
What? The plot would be cooler.
It would be
shorter, but it would be cooler.
Also, budget cuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Budget would be crazy. I know in the team up for the Sentai, the Lights of Orion thing takes a little bit longer. Because like both Zords are getting like rocked, and then they're like, well, I wonder if we could do this. The Lights of Orion are like singing, they want to be combined, like they want to be used. And it's like a whole like 5-minute long transformation kind of thing. But I don't remember it being rushed. Maybe it's just an American footage thing.
So
And the
really
Sabres-
quick, before you stop.
Yeah,
pause. How did Drago? Some McDonald's VHS promotion discs. Discs, VHSs. Puff the Magic Dragon, the original 3 Indiana Jones movies. I did not know that.
Oh,
The
wow.
Wizard of Oz, Dances with
Okay.
Wolves.
Whoa.
The Addams Family,
Okay.
Wayne's
Okay.
World, and the first Land Before Time.
Oh, okay.
And Burger King did TMNT VHSs.
Wait, so who did
Okay.
Power Rangers then? Was it McDonald's or was it Burger King?
So McDonald's did I think it was Burger King that did the Power Rangers VHSs. I don't know actually, because
I'm gonna
they
take
did the
your word for it.
Lightspeed. Wait, it makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, one of them.
One
Burger
of them.
King for Power Rangers. Burger King for Power Rangers.
Burger
There
King
you
for
go.
Power
Thank
Rangers,
you.
okay.
Thank you, Drago.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Were seemingly dormant until this incident.
Don't worry about it.
Then the episode ends. Okay.
Okay.
If you couldn't tell, I really didn't like Chirkina's revenge.
It's bad.
Mainly because the focus of a team-up episode should be on the teams teaming up. Instead, we focused on this little girl and her adventures as an underdog little
With
kid
her little
hero.
red ball.
Yeah,
She had a
kid
ball.
power. That's dumb. There were also so many unanswered questions. Why is Chirkina on Earth of all places? Why in an office building?
it's break
Why weren't
dancing.
all the Lost Galaxy Rangers together?
Oh no, it's
etc.?
styling on
The
him.
Rangers barely did any teaming up. To the
Oh
10th
gosh,
power
that was a
such
ray
high
gun
and
move.
perfect bar.
Oh
It
my
continued
God,
the
dude.
previous season's story while also progressing the current story. Both teams looked competent and powerful. Here, though, all the Rangers played second fiddle to this kid. Nothing was really progressed. It was all a side mission that didn't affect Lightspeed or Lost Galaxy in any way.
Yeah.
Seeing the old cast was great, but again, nobody did anything. Saban's patented greediness played a factor in the episode
Yes!
as well.
Okay, so
Amy
about it.
Roll, the actress who played Chirkina, never appeared in the crossover.
Yep.
Chirkina was then portrayed and voiced by Jennifer Burns. It's why most of her face was covered up and why her voice, it wasn't Chirkina.
Those miserable Galaxy Rangers destroyed my magnificent beauty.
Apparently she was
never
upset with the
noticed
lack of
that.
screen time the character would have, and the pay probably wasn't also great. Same with Danny Slavin, Leo. He apparently walked off set due to a pay dispute. It's why there's not a lot of scenes with Leo, and some of his voiceover clips just sound bad.
Got just the thing.
And
Oh,
yeah,
my
and
God.
the morph. And the morph sounds bad.
Sabers, power up.
Hooray, a return to Mighty Morphin Season 2 dubs. Overall, it's just a bad
Well,
So I don't know if this was ever confirmed,
Notice that.
but at least back in the day, the thing that was talked about, because this I think was when like all the Saban like dirty laundry was airing, it was rumored that the little girl was making more money than Leo and offered Trakina. And that's why Leo walked off set and why Trakina didn't come back.
oh,
So-
understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ooh,
I see.
yeah, it was bad.
crossover.
That's-
The morphing sequence is iconic, so I'm glad we at least got that. It's just a shame. I wish it was better as a whole. We went from the best crossover to so far, the worst. Which, hey, to be fair, there's only been 2 so far. Let's move on.
Yeah. Also, the team up with Lightspeed Rescue, the morph sequence. I always knew that like he sounded off. I didn't realize they redubbed him.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I didn't know that either.
I didn't either. I thought he just sounded off for some reason. But there's like several scenes where like I really can tell that it's not him. Now that I think
Yeah.
about it, like the morph. Unfortunately.
I don't know.
The
This team up
Last
was bad,
Ranger.
but it could have been
During the fight
Dimensions
with
in
a-
danger.
True. Oh, see, the generals are still alive.
Monster,
They're
all of the
here!
Rangers, apart from Dana, gets hit with a blast that gives them amnesia.
Oh,
They remember
these
everything
generals.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was
Up
like,
until-
wait, who are you talking about?
Yeah.
Until becoming Power Rangers. So to cure it, Dana and Miss Fairweather use the power of flashbacks.
Oh, yeah, it's the clip
It's
episode.
a clip show episode.
Oh.
Remember Lightspeed Rescue? What a great time. And what if I just replayed this video from the beginning during this segment? Anyway, the power of clip shows eventually works and the day is saved. Sorcerers of the Sand. Diabolico traps
Oh my
Olympius
God, he's-
and the Rangers in this
Ryan's
monster
just chilling.
graveyard world.
Also, I just want to say it always really makes me sad that we they couldn't spring for having Titanium Ranger or Magna Defender come back for the team up.
I know, right?
Like,
Budget.
Yeah.
but like, it just makes me sad because like Black Knight Hyuga still exists in Gingaman. He doesn't lose his powers like Mike does. So it's like
Mm.
I don't know. Ah.
They could have come up with a reason for him to.
Yeah,
Get his powers back.
I don't know. Magna Defender at least had a plot reason. Why wasn't Magna Defender in the crossover? Because I know he wasn't. I just couldn't remember why. Was it like he was like off world doing something? He may
lost
have
his
been.
powers.
Well, no, I meant like Gingaman wise.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know why. I can't remember why he wasn't part of the team up.
Where, you guessed it, all the Rangers' past enemies come to life.
Oh,
and
yeah,
have
they're
to
in
do
hell.
battle with them. Meanwhile,
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah, they're in hell. Why did you say that so casually?
well, you see how it's like yellow.
Oh, by the way, they're in hell.
Okay, listen. You see how it's like yellow filtered, like it's
Uh-huh.
Mexico out of Breaking Bad. Yeah,
Oh
so
my God.
they're in hell, like literal hell, like not exaggerating. This is actually hell. The reason I don't remember why they're here in Power Rangers, but the reason they're here is they get tricked into going here by Olympius, and then they, with the help of their mother, who mysteriously vanished during their life and childhood, guides them through hell. And then they're like, as they get to the end of it, they're like, wait, why is mom in hell? Like, she's not dead, she's just missing. And it's a real visceral, like, wait, is mom dead and she's in hell? What the hell?
my
Like,
God.
what? It's bad, dude. It's real messed up. Anyway, welcome back to hell.
You guessed it. All the Rangers' past enemies come to life and have to do battle with them. Meanwhile, Ryan finally makes some progress on his mission. He comes across a sorcerer and asks for his help with imprisoning the demons. They prepare for the ritual, but the sorcerer tells Ryan that his friends are in danger. So they use his magic to create a new spell that'll teleport the Rangers back to the human world.
Out of hell.
It's successful and they defeat the monster. but Olympius and Jinxer are still trapped in the demon graveyard.
In hell.
With no way out. Queen Banshira overhears Diabolico celebrating his trick. She's happy, saying Olympius was nothing but a failure since day one. Jeez, what a bitch. The episode ends with Ryan and the Sorcerer conducting.
And it's so funny because it's the opposite of what happened. It was Olympius tricked Diabolico into going back, and Diabolico got out because his family cared about him and helped him escape. And it's the opposite of what happened because Olympius is such a shit. So that's a very interesting plot change, but okay.
Okay, all right. They agree
the
with
spell,
this.
but Diabolico recites one as well, countering the sorcerers, and turns him into dust. Making Ryan's entire sorcerers and
straight up murders.
Yeah.
Damn. You guys remember that time that dude got turned into dust?
Hey, remember the time? Did I ever tell you about the time I got turned into a sandbox?
Oh my gosh, dude. I ever tell you guys about the time I got turned into a football?
Remember the time I got turned into moon sand?
Remember the time I got turned into a test tube full of liquid? Man, what is with Rangers getting turned into things in Power Rangers? Like...
Oh my god. Damn, he's now kinetic sand. Pathro, shut the fuck up.
Bro, you guys remember the time I got spray painted gold and I had to like pretend I was a statue and just not move?
Remember when I had to lose all my luck and so I had to wear a sombrero, a poncho, and some other things to get my luck back?
My god. Do you guys remember that episode I got turned into a tree? Man,
so I got tied to a tree?
Not again. You remember the time I got hoisted up in a net in a tree?
Oh my god.
I'm...
Oh god.
Okay.
Turns him into dust. Making Ryan's entire journey in Shrek.
Yo,
I
Ryan's
love this
pissed.
expression too. Because
he's like
making Ryan's
the
entire
dust.
journey in Shrek.
He's like,
completely
bro,
worthless.
I've been out
Olympius
here
Unbound.
in the
I would have
summer
gotten away with
days.
it too.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you demons in the sandbox too.
Oh, he's just so done. He's
It's
like,
just
man, I
so-
just want to go back home.
Yeah, seriously.
Free from the monster graveyard, Olympius steals the life energy of every monster in it, granting him a new and more powerful form. Meanwhile, Captain Mitchell got hypnotized at a fair by a monster, and under the monster's hypnosis, commands Captain Mitchell to combine the star power artifact with Lightspeed's technology.
Oh no.
This brings Olympius back to Earth. The Rangers summon the Zords and fight him, but his new form is too powerful. Its energy is coming from the star power inside Lightspeed.
Yeah.
So Miss Fairweather takes action by swinging an axe at it and shattering the star power into a million pieces.
Yeah.
Rendering Olympius vulnerable
you
to
gotta
the
do what you
Rangers'
gotta
attack,
do.
sending him fleeing once again. Neptune's daughter. The Rangers
Poseidon?
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 are having a fun day at the beach, apart from Chad.
Oh no.
He's sad because he misses
The mermaid?
Marina. The mermaid girl? I never even mentioned her name in that episode because I thought she was a one-off. Anyway, while Olympius is healing up, Diabolico sends some fish monsters to
at
steal
least he
King
didn't forget
Neptune's
her.
trident.
Wait, hold on. Roll that back. Roll that back for a second.
Anyway, while Olympius is healing up, Diabolico sends some fish monsters to steal King Neptune's trident.
Is this the Little Mermaid? Poor unfortunate souls in pain,
Poseidon?
in need. This one longing to be thinner, this one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. Anyway,
The demons get a hold of it and use it to rid the power of Earth's water. Or at
Poseidon.
least the running water, which isn't that big of a deal. It just so happens that Marina is King Neptune's daughter.
whoa,
and the first
it's
thing
the
she
Little
does
Mermaid!
It is
grow
the Little
legs
Mermaid.
and ask
Bro,
Oh my
it's literally the Little Mermaid. I was kidding, I forgot.
Oh my god. Hey,
Oh my god, dude.
the Disney collab happened too early.
They
Yeah,
really
no.
did. Bro, they knew even here. They knew even here.
Oh my god.
To be fair, it's only 2 seasons away that Disney started getting involved, so...
Yeah, but still.
No,
damn.
1 season, technically.
Well,
Technically,
were they
1
involved
season.
in Time Force?
Oh, wait, that's right. Time Force, you're so right. Sorry about that.
I was like, wait, does Kane have the secret knowledge I didn't have?
No. No, that's just me forgetting that I got excited because I thought Wild Force was next.
Yeah, because you're thinking of Forever
Oh my
Red.
God.
I'm thinking Forever Red.
I knew it. Okay.
Help. This is a toxic woman. You say no. He says yes.
Of course
they
he
fight
says
the
yes.
monster. Chad fights for her honor, and they retrieve the trident. The episode ending with Marina saying that they can't be together again. But Chad says while she's here and has human legs, they can spend some time together. And since I just want this story to be over and Chad to have a happy ending, he gets it. Put him.
Hey!
Diabolical summons a spider monster.
Yippee!
They do that damn thing where they show real life spiders in up close shots. Just random tarantulas walking around. Why? I hate this. Skipped.
Thanks for the shart.
No, I can't really skip it. Because the episode ends with another battleizer mode for Carter, in which he wears his motorcycle.
I love this actually.
I think concrete.
I think it looks pretty cool.
These battleizers are getting worse and worse. I know it'll look.
I think it looks way better than Leo's.
Trans armor cycle.
Yeah, I think it looks better.
This looks a million times better.
Yeah,
they don't like it.
I will say the skis do look dumb.
Oh no, the skis do not do it for me. But everything else, this is terrifying.
The plug hands.
I actually really like them. I admit they're a little silly, but I like them a lot.
Yeah, it's okay. Next season, they're also really silly.
Oh no.
Yeah. Are you thinking of Quantum?
I'm thinking of both. I don't like either of them. I'm gonna be 100%.
Really?
I don't like either of them. I can't explain why without spoilers, but
I'm more forgiving of Quantum, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
I think I am as well.
Fine as a toy, but what are we doing? Andros's looked a little bit ridiculous, but compared to Leo's and this, it's an absolute masterpiece. In the line.
I mean, yeah. We're not at Dragonheart yet. Like, we'll get there eventually. You know,
yeah, we'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. Also, Wild Forces looks great. Wild Forces looks great, I think.
Oh, the Animarium armor?
Yeah, I think that looks
Wild
great.
Savage Ranger?
Yeah.
The Red Savage Ranger. Oh my gosh.
I think it looks great, personally. Anyway.
So this famous woman becomes absolutely enamored with Dana, and she becomes a model. However, this eventually gets to her head and turns Dana into a self-centered egomaniac who doesn't even care about being a paramedic or a Power Ranger, until obviously she sees people in danger and realizes what's more important in life.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is probably the most nothing filler episode.
I think that's like in Go-Go 5, I think that's like a first 10 episodes kind of thing, because they even use like the Lightspeed Megazord. Like,
oh wow, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
actually, if they just reuse the thing.
Yeah, I think it's just another case of like episodes out of order kind of thing.
Episode in Power Rangers I've seen in a while. It reeks of Mighty Morphin Season 1. Wrath of the
I don't
Queen.
like that.
Queen Banshira has had enough of everyone's incompetence. She straight up kills Vipra and steals her life energy to power herself up. Yep.
Oh.
That's the end of Vipra. Good.
Well.
Yeah. Which does not happen in Go-Go 5, and it makes me sad because even though I don't like Vipra, it's handled way better in Go-Go 5. Anyway, I'll explain that later.
Anyway,
gives
just
Diabolico
steal their
some
life force.
friendship
Why not,
charm
you know?
because I guess they're besties. Honestly, the whole episode is kind of weird. Diabolico overhears the Queen talking about how all the demons are expendable. She doesn't care whether they live or die. And this angers Diabolico? Like, did he not assume this was already the case? She teleports the Rangers to her domain and they do battle with Lokai. They get the upper hand and the Queen tells Diabolico to use the blaster to blow up Lokai, which in turn will blow up the Rangers. But Diabolico refuses because that's his friend? Like, I'm not against the idea of the demons having—
It makes more sense of the Sentai because they're literally brothers.
a heart, but it comes out of nowhere. Episode 1 literally had Diabolico beefing with a baby.
As he
Nothing
should.
about his character up to this point ever came off like he cared about anyone. Queen Banshira takes matters into her own hands and blows up Lokai herself. In his last few moments of life, him and Diabolico share their gratitude with each other. Diabolico then abandons the Queen, and the Rangers do battle in their Megazord. It's a difficult fight, but the Rangers eventually land their finishing attack on the Queen, but she survives, ending the episode. Again, it's a weird episode. Firstly, killing off Vipra so suddenly is honestly okay. She offered nothing plot-wise. The first human villain character in Power Rangers to be absolutely useless. Scorpina did more. And the whole
Not true.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Scorpina didn't drive a car.
True, but she did turn into a giant rock and roll around at the speed of sound. She had places to go. She had to follow a rainbow.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't stick around. Gotta keep moving on.
Yes, what lies ahead? Only
one way to find out.
Diabolico having a heart thing and turning on the Queen again just felt so random. He's never done anything to show he cares about anyone. Whatever. Rise of the Super Demons. Olympius has spent the past few episodes recovering. He runs into Diabolico and wants his revenge for trapping him in the demon graveyard. He whoops him and takes him to the Queen, where they have plans for Diabolico.
There's a couple episodes
Olympius
we missed
returns to
here
Earth
because
and
like
confronts the
we're getting kind of like close to the end. There's like some legitimate like things that we skipped that didn't happen or that just happened in the Sentai and I just assumed they happened in Power Rangers.
What are you thinking of?
So there's two things, and looking ahead, I'm not seeing them happen. One of them is at one point after they were in hell, Diabolico is supposed to like air quotes die again, but Olympius uses his body as a zombie and just makes him fight for him several times. And it's really,
I don't remember that happening.
Okay, then that's a Sentai thing.
That's probably Sentai.
And then the other thing that I was talking about with, I'm sad that Vipra like died like that because in the Sentai, because they're all siblings and family, she sacrifices herself because one of her siblings are about to die, so she takes a death blow for them, and it's like an actual like legitimate like tear-jerking moment because they're all family and they all care about each other. And it's like which is what like it makes that one scene where Diabolico is supposed to shoot Lokai, and it's like it's their mom telling the brothers to shoot each other and kill each other, and it's like whoa, no,
That's an oath.
Yeah, I guess
Into
the fire. Yeah, I guess that just doesn't happen because I think the bug on his chest is supposed to be like a zombie controlling device, at least from what I remember. But I don't see that happening, and he still has the what's it called, you know?
The Rangers with his new weapon. They brainwashed Diabolico to serve the Queen.
Oh, never mind.
Now, under Olympius' control, the two of them team up to fight the Rangers.
I forgot all about this.
It's because it happened so late. This happened like 5 or 6 episodes ago in the Sentai, where they like turn him into essentially a zombie because he's dead already.
It's a really good fight. Lots of intense action. When the Megazord battle happens, it's more bad news. The Super Train Megazord and the Solar Zord are destroyed in battle. Luckily, however, Miss Fairweather was working on another new Zord, the Life Force Megazord, being able to land a final strike on both Olympius and Diabolico, where they both meet their ends. The episode ending with Jinxer about to be absorbed into the Queen, but he says he planted a Batlings card on the Megazord, meaning whenever the Zord heads back to the Aqua Base, a horde of Batlings will be summoned and they'll attack Lightspeed. Which leads us to the end. The 2-part finale of Lightspeed Rescue.
This
What
finale
will be the
is
fate of the
nuts.
Lightspeed Rangers? Well, let's find out. In The Fate of Lightspeed, Part 1, Ryan sends a message to the Rangers saying he's found.
I forgot he hasn't been around.
Yeah.
He's
God.
been chilling somewhere.
He's literally just been gone for like 20 or 30 episodes.
He did the thing that they were trying to do with Tommy, where he was just like, I'm going to go away for a little bit. But he's still there.
Yeah.
The key that will be able to lock the demons back in their tomb. But it quickly gets interrupted when the Queen shows up and kidnaps him. Carter decides to head to the ancient tomb by himself to save Ryan. Meanwhile, though, the card activates, and tons of Batlings are now inside the Aqua Base. It's a very intense invasion.
It's
Similar to
pretty
Turbo's
crazy.
ending, the Batlings start trashing the place, beating up the security, employees, and trashing the equipment. The Rangers put up a good fight, even having some
This
really
is what
cool
I
walking
remember.
sequences.
Lightspeed, rescue!
I remember this so much.
However, the enemy forces are too powerful. The Batlings even boarding the Life Force Megazord and having it attack the Aqua Base.
It's so weird too, because I remember this being like the ultimate trump card in Go-Go 5. It literally only shows up for the final fight. And it's like, no, we just still have it. It's like, I'm like, oh, right, I forgot. Like, okay.
Putting it on the brink of total destruction. All the power is shut down and everyone is trapped inside, with Captain Mitchell reflecting on everything, seeing their life's work soon sit at the bottom of an ocean. Meanwhile, Carter makes it to the Demon's Palace and sees Ryan. He rescues him, and the two get ready to fight the Queen.
Yeah!
Lightspeed, rescue, titanium power.
However,
there's
while
the
they're doing
budget.
battle,
Yeah!
the
There's the
Megazord
budget,
are
the
now
budget's
on the
back.
surface
The
and
budget's
conducting a
back,
ritual,
everyone.
placing down stones that will grant Queen Banshira unlimited power. The fate of Lightspeed Part 2. The Aqua Base is about to completely
What is
cave
this
in
Soul
and be
Calibur music?
destroyed,
What the heck?
with everyone inside meeting the same fate. However, there is a submarine that the Rangers, Captain Mitchell, and Miss Fairweather can take to safety. They swim to it, and it's still miraculously functional. They shoot missiles at the Life Force Megazord, and they take it out. Okay, like, shouldn't the Megazord be able to take a bit more damage from attacks? Anyway, the Queen used the spell to kick Ryan and Carter out of her domain. So they now have to deal with the Lightspeed Megazord setting up the ritual. And Carter has the most Carter plan of all time. He flies him and Ryan on the mobile armor vehicle, and they blast at the Megazord until
And then
it
they
falls.
just start blasting.
I honestly really like this aspect. We've seen tons of Zords be destroyed in the past, but I like here that it's the Rangers themselves who need to destroy it. The rest of the team catches up with Carter
We
and
gotta
Ryan,
put him down,
and with all
guys.
of them together,
Lightspeed, rescue, hurry.
it's time to finally take down the Queen.
Oh.
They make it to the
I'll let this finish. I just remembered something else that Connor didn't show in this that did happen in Lightspeed Rescue. It also happened in Go-Go 5, and it's my favorite part in the entire season. Because remember I was talking about those generals?
Yes.
They're just gone now, and they definitely defeat them in show. And I remembered one of them that they defeat. I'll see if I can find a scene for it, but it's
the Queen's domain and make their last stand.
It's good.
A massive battle breaks out, with Carter heading straight for the Queen.
Gosh,
During the
that
fight,
firework was
Carter gets hit with a
good.
blast so hard that it knocks off his helmet and chips the visor. He then pulls off this super flying kick and knocks her into the tomb. And he gives the same cheesy thumbs up as Leo. Except not really, the Queen is still alive and grabs Carter into the tomb with her. The other Rangers all try to pull him out, but Carter says to just shut the tomb with him in it. Just then, though, the ghost of Diabolico shows up, and the Queen orders him to help. And he does. Blasting at the Queen where she gets mauled. Jesus. If this were any more mature, they definitely would be tearing her limb from limb. The Rangers rescue Carter. If this were any more mature, they definitely would be tearing...
That's Eye Guy!
Oh, yeah! That is Eye Guy. Wait, hold on. Is that the plant monster?
And I think that's the Pearl too, yeah.
Oh, that's okay, yeah.
Oh my god, it is. Bro, I never
They're
noticed
just out
that.
here surviving.
I guess
Her limb
so.
from
It is
limb.
hell
The
again.
Rangers
It is
rescue
hell, yeah,
Carter
there we
and
go.
seal the tomb for good, locking the demons away forever. We then cut to
Until
the
someone
Rangers
opens
handing
it
in their
back up
morphers to
again.
Captain
Yeah,
Mitchell.
basically.
Their mission is finally
You know,
complete.
next season.
The demons are gone, and they can return back to their normal lives. Even Joel finally gets his date with Miss Fairweather.
Oh damn! After the entire season, he
He
got the
gets
girl.
the date and he uses a bolo tie. Homie. Man.
Let him do what he wants. He's a sky cowboy.
Yeah.
Bolo ties, man.
He's doing his best, okay?
He's
At the end
doing
of it
his
all,
best.
He's doing his damnedest.
gosh, dude.
Before anyone can celebrate, though, a fire truck drives by, and the Rangers spot a fire in the distance. And, without any hesitation,
Hey, you forgot these.
Don't need it.
That brisk jog.
Yeah.
and with that, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue comes to an end. Man, that ending scene perfectly encapsulates this season. It's a show about real heroes. The Ranger stuff is cool, weapons, morphers, megazords, but it's what these Rangers do outside all of that that
Oh,
made them
jeez.
heroes.
Wait,
Megazords.
I didn't see that again.
It's
Look
what
at that
these
kick.
Rangers
No,
do
that's an
outside
XMA
all of
kata.
that.
I recognize that.
That was sick.
made
that
them-
is a starting sequence for one of the XMA katas.
That's
so.
dope.
the whole like hands to the side. If you watch any like XMA like weapons or specifically commas or chucks, they will pose exactly like that, and they will scream.
Yeah.
True heroes. Overall, Lightspeed Rescue was a bit of a mixed bag in my opinion. When the show was good, it was very good. Mature is probably the best word to describe its strengths. The Rangers not being silly teenagers dealing with high school or having silly—
Wait, so are they teenagers or are they not, Connor? Which is it? Which is it, Connor?
Remember this. We have to say this at the panel.
I gotta call out for this.
little quirks was a nice change of pace. They were all serious young adults who had serious jobs and careers.
Oh, now he said
and
that.
when
Oh,
duty
young
called, they
adult,
accepted that they
Connor,
were
okay.
destined for the job.
Okay.
The Ranger stuff always felt secondary. The reason these Rangers are great isn't because they use the super sword to defeat the world's strongest monster or anything. It's because we spent a lot of time with them in their human forms helping out the citizens.
Yep.
Carter saving children from dying, Dana needing to stop an armed robber, Chad roundhouse kicking old people in the face. These are all things that make
I'm
a
sure.
real hero with or without the power.
Bro, can we just talk about how great he looks? Like, what the hell, bro?
Yeah.
He aged so well, huh?
He still looks like this too.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Powers. This team, so far, out of every Power Rangers team, perfectly embodied that feeling of giving it their all to protect the world without a second thought. Now, the downside to this season
There was
is
second
that
thoughts
there
in the
really
first
wasn't much
episode.
going on.
Yeah.
The most story we ever got was with the Titanium Ranger.
Yeah.
Ryan's backstory and the Cobra arc was nice. But apart from that, it was kind of a back-to-basics season. There weren't many other arcs or continuous storylines that were going on. Because of that, I kind of feel like Lightspeed Rescue is Mighty Morphin Season 1, but done right. You can pretty much watch any episode of Lightspeed in any order, and it would—
I feel like I don't disagree with that. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't disagree with it either. I can't argue it either. I really can't.
Yeah.
Like, the more and more I think about it, yeah, I agree with that a lot.
Yeah.
wouldn't feel out of place or anything. They're all mostly self—
Oh.
Ryan's
All right, YouTube.
backstory and the Cobra arc was nice. But apart
Okay.
from that, it was kind of a back-to-basics season. There weren't many
Okay,
other
back to
arcs
this.
or continuous storylines that were going on. Because of that, I kind of feel like Lightspeed Rescue is Mighty Morphin Season 1, but
pixels.
done right.
The
You can pretty much
pixels.
watch any episode of
The
Lightspeed
pixels,
in
oh
any
my
order,
goodness.
and
I
it
know.
wouldn't feel out of
Oh my
place
goodness,
or
oh my
anything.
goodness.
They're all mostly
Oh, your
self-contained
friends,
monster
the
of
Mega's
day
doing
episodes.
arena.
Although again, done much better, since the human stuff is at least engaging and mature sometimes. Now let's talk about the Rangers again. Carter definitely got the most
Oh, that's
screen
from the
time and
Carter
character
house?
development.
Oh, it is.
He remained hot-headed
so.
throughout, but still had that fearless, undying spirit. Never
Rescue
once
bird.
did he back down from a challenge or a dangerous situation.
Victory
Joel was
prominence.
probably my favorite though. I never mentioned every time he flirted with Miss Fairweather, but it was a nice constant. Sometimes just a random one-liner thrown in an episode
love
to remind
him.
the audience, yup, he still wants that.
And that he's the comedic relief, and it didn't
Look at
feel
that smile.
forced.
Look at that smile.
I loved him, man.
Sadly, as for Chad,
Yes, see, there's the milk. You see?
Oh my
I told you. You guys thought I was crazy, but there's the milk. I told you.
We didn't say you were crazy.
I said you were crazy.
You thought it. I could feel it. I could feel
I
it in the
didn't
ether.
think it. Did you think it, Zeus? I didn't think it.
No.
Zeus
I
always thinks it.
didn't.
I know
I
it.
didn't.
I can
I
feel
didn't
it.
think for a moment you were crazy.
I could feel it in my
Oh my
bones.
goodness.
Your bones powered by milk.
Yes.
Roy out
exactly.
here having to doubt me yet again.
Oh my gosh!
Now
I
you know what
can't
it is.
believe this. This is the tradition.
Absolutely.
Doubting.
Throws the milk
See,
back.
they never
Throws the
did
milk
much.
away.
They had
Gets a big
episodes
See,
focused
he
on
does the innocent with Trump and everything.
He doesn't.
I wasn't kidding. Bro, I told you.
That's a live dolphin, right? I think it is.
I don't
Oh,
know,
no.
man.
He's old by this point. Don't, please.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, I love it so
but nothing ever
much.
really happened. The most we got was Chad being a lovesick puppy, so unless you love the mermaid stuff, there wasn't much there.
sure.
Ryan, he was also there. Again, his arc was amazing and super mature, but as quickly as he came, he went.
left. Yeah.
I guess
He
that's just what
left,
happens when
yeah.
you have to use original footage. Sometimes it's cheaper to just do nothing at all. I feel bad for not saying as much for Dana and Kelsey, But hey, speaking of sexism, this is the first season of Power Rangers I've noticed to fully embrace the little boy market, because only Carter, Joel, and Chad got battleizer modes.
Yeah.
A similar thing happened in Lost Galaxy with Kendrix and Maya not getting motorcycles. But hey, at least they got the Lights of Orion. Kelsey and Dana never got anything. The villains were probably tied with the Machine Empire for the most nothing villains.
It's such a shame because they're so good in Go-Go 5, man, because it's an actual family. Oh, makes me so
More
sad.
like on a live dolphin. I can't believe.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I can't believe they said that. I'm shooketh.
Yeah,
They never did anything
Oh my god.
impressive or were memorable in any way. I didn't mention it during the episode recap, but during the finale when the Batlings are destroying the Aqua Base, all I could think of was Turbo's ending with the Piranhatron invading the command center.
Yeah.
In the sense that, it's the Batlings! They're lame pushovers. It's hard for me to feel danger or anything when they've been nothing but punching bags up to this point. Despite everything though, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue is still a fantastic season. It perfectly captures that Saban era charm with its cheesiness mixed with seriousness. I would 100% recommend this season for any Power Rangers fan. Apparently Lightspeed Rescue wasn't well received at first, but as years went on and multiple viewings were had, most fans changed their tune. Heck, I put up a poll on my channel asking your guys' thoughts, and it was fairly split between people loving it and feeling meh.
I feel like this split between like the loved it and meh are like, I feel like that puts it where it belongs in terms of like 7-8-ish range out of 10.
This is why I say all the time, like, if you ask me to name every single Power Ranger season, more than likely I'm gonna forget Lightspeed Rescue. Not because like it was bad, it's just it lies in meh territory.
Yeah.
Even though it's really, really good, but it's like a high meh.
Yeah.
I can hear Underhill having to type furiously at the moment.
To be fair, if he ever comes back and watches this, I'm sure that he'll have similar sentiments with how we all have just reacted.
Yeah.
All right.
That's crazy. Considering how he feels about a certain other season.
Oh goodness.
Let's let this finish, and then I'm gonna bring up the thing that I want to mention that I'm shocked Connor didn't mention.
So I hope I was able to show some love to this season. Now, as much as I enjoyed Lightspeed Rescue, flaws and all, the next season is definitely something special.
Yes!
So, get comfortable, and I'll see you all next time. Because it's time for Time Force!
Time Force! Time Force! Yes! Oh, the timing was so perfect! Oh. That makes me so happy.
Time Force! Power Rangers!
Racing to another time. Chronomophers are aligned. Timeless wonder.
Go sing it, guys!
Time to save the world. Time for. Oh my god, dude. It's so good. All right, so I am gonna just I guess close this. Maybe find the I'm gonna see if I can just find it. Sacrifices himself. Oh, not a Halo.
Oh no! Remember Reach?
No.
Oh god.
Okay.
The fall of Reach.
Okay, so literally it's here. It's all right.
Oh.
Hey, Shadow Man, thank you so much for the raid. Okay, so these are two of the generals. I like the big badass generals, and here's one of them. And these generals, and Connor kind of talked about it a little bit, that like these generals were like the first big threat. These are the ones that did the feather thing, with like the feathers like destroying the city and almost killing a bunch of people. So in the Sentai, it's the first time the Rangers lost super bad and like had to run away and almost died, and a bunch of random people in the city died. And they realized at that point, they're like, this is a real threat and we're not winning. It's going to take real big sacrifice. And they recreated the scene in Power Rangers. They did it really well. Everyone got their asses kicked. They take them to like this, it's like shipping containers on like a dock or something. Yeah. And they somehow get them separated, and Carter tricks one of them to like split off. And he gets them point blank with the rescue bird and his V-Lancer. Point blank, and he does this.
if you know what's good for you, you'll call off your clone right now. Never! Don't force me, or I'll have no choice but to destroy both of you. Go ahead!
And then I will skip ahead a little bit so we don't get DMCA'd.
Okay.
He's right, Ranger. Go ahead. Come on, Red. Pull the trigger.
And then again, I'll skip ahead a little bit.
They're bluffing him.
Everyone's like, don't do it. Does it anyway. And that is why people consider Carter to be such a badass, because then everyone thinks he's dead. You know? And for a couple minutes, it's like, oh my god, he's dead.
Yeah.
And Connor didn't talk about that scene at all.
I know.
So there's a lot of Carter scenes like that, Zeus, where he's just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna do it. And that's why
he's Captain America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
He's
can
Captain
see
America.
why.
And
he will literally sacrifice his life over anything. Okay.
Exactly. And that is why people love him, and that's why a lot of people remember Lightspeed Rescue fondly. But I guess Connor just didn't want to mention that scene.
There's a whole lot. Like, listen, I love Connor's videos, and he's been doing so great, but there's so much in this video that's just not talked about.
I have no idea, man. Oh, look, one of my own videos.
It's fine. It's fine. That's what we're here for. Is that the Cup of Dusk voices?
It's one of my own videos got recommended
I wonder
to
where
me.
you can find that video. Where will you find that video, Kane?
Guys, if you type
youtube.com/watch?V equals I don't know. Click on it.
So they've shortened them now. It's /C/ and then the name of the channel.
No, but I was trying to get the exact URL.
This one specifically, it's /watch?V equals QFJXL H4EB-0.
Well, there you go, everyone. If you want that, just be sure to type that out in your URL bar and go listen to the codes.
Yep.
So obviously
it.
Another banger. I'm
no,
glad.
It's Nello. You're awake. Dino Thunder is the best, he says.
I mean, that's a good pick.
My moderator can agree that Dino Thunder is indeed the best.
That's a good pick.
Hi, Nick.
Good pick.
That's a good pick. Hi, Nick.
How's it feel to be awake?
I'm gonna roll us back to the cafe as well, or to my loft, I should say.
Do. And then
have some music.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
it's Tank.
Mine.
Hey,
There we go.
I like Tank.
Hey.
All right, put myself here. Make myself a little bigger.
It's bedtime now that you're bringing it up.
Bye,
Nick.
Go bed. Bye-bye.
So, Zeus, what did you think of Lightspeed Rescue?
I would say that I really wish that there were more story elements or story arcs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can understand with the gripes of it being like, okay, there's not much of it. It's the usual like, oh, monster of the day, monster of the episode, you get a lesson, and then move on, and then I guess a little bit of story jammed in.
Mhm.
But it's nice that I get to see the characters develop, I would say. Even in those like one-off episodes, they still get that level of development. Though granted, only some do, which you guys said that Carter and Dana and Ryan, the commander as well, kind of got their time to shine. Meanwhile, Chad and they don't get as much.
Yeah, you don't remember her name, do you?
I don't remember her name either.
See?
That is,
Wait, who?
Kelsey.
Oh.
Even Kate had to like, wait, who?
So I 100% agree with you. Those are my biggest gripes about Lightspeed Rescue is I think they
could have done more.
Yeah, they could have done more. They could have done more story-related things. I genuinely don't know why they didn't keep the Demon Family theme. I feel like it would have made all of the villains better.
I feel like, while I do agree, I think it's fine, but it would have made it better.
The impact would have been much better. I would say. Yeah, definitely.
Because
Especially with
right
like,
now
shoot,
it was just
shoot
like
your own brother, you know?
Yeah. It's the camaraderie amongst, generals and demons, I suppose, that would have sold. But yeah, no, definitely it would have been better if it was like family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
Which PR was the one with the dog as the Silver Ranger?
Oh,
The dog.
SPD. Doggy
Well,
Kruger.
okay, hold on. Yes, but there's also like Wild Force. If you count,
I don't think that's what they meant, though.
I don't think that's what you. I don't. That's Nick asking. I don't think. SPD. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
because Silver's a wolf in Wild Force, but then he's like
It's complicated.
No, he's not teal. It's like a gunmetal, bluish, silver.
He's the Shadow Ranger in SPD.
The Shadow Ranger.
Wow,
He
the
says it
No
in
Shadow
one
that.
gets inside. No one gets inside. No one gets inside. He's a talking dog.
Oh my
He
God.
looks so much better in the American footage, in my personal opinion, than he does in the Japanese footage.
Oh my god, wait, my moderator sent this over to me and
Oh, I want to see.
no, how could you do this to them?
How
No.
could this happen
No,
to we?
In the Japanese version of SPD,
I
he looks like a
understand.
plush toy. I'm not even kidding
Yeah.
you. He's an alien, mind you, but he looks like a plush toy. I'm not a fan. I know a lot of people are. I'm not.
There you
But
go.
I like the more alien, scaly looking version that we got in America. Oh yeah, him.
Dope.
Yeah.
Oh, he does look like a Bionicle. You're right. Wait.
Oh my goodness.
Bionicle.
Carter's Battleizer makes him look like a Bionicle. Wait, you're
Yeah.
so right, though.
My moderator sent that to me. I'm like, how could you do this?
That's
How
the
could
tweet.
you?
Oh my god, that's so
Oh
funny.
no.
That's so funny.
It is 1-to-1, which is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, with that being said, Zeus, what's your favorite season so far? I don't think we've had like a serious like after talk before, because normally when we do these, it's like 5-6 hours. This is a 3 hour and 20 minutes.
We
so
finished
far.
this really quick. This is
Yeah.
what
The most
our
short,
shortest
yeah.
video.
I think this is our shortest one. I think it's just because like there were so many moments that we really didn't need to talk or commentate for, because either Connor said
that
what he
and
needed
he
to say.
skipped past a lot of them. So.
He did skip a lot.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked. You know what it could have been? It could have been
What?
like coming off of Lost Galaxy. He may have been worried that there were like more like
A
copyright
lot of
strikes.
things cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
probably
So
played a lot
just
more
come
safe with
off.
this one. So
Yeah. That's understandable,
Yeah.
honestly.
short like Zeus, that's terrible. I can't believe you'd say that.
Whoa.
No, it's understandable though. Like copyright, and if copyright happens, their channel is just gonna get poof.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
So it makes sense to go for the safer option. I would say out of everything that we've watched so far, it is definitely In Space and Lost Galaxy are my favorites. Because of the weight of the story that they bring. I'm
To be
just sad that
expected.
the Lost Galaxy one got cut a lot.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna keep going back to it. I feel like I will never get the full experience that you guys remember, because the things that I got, what I was also
But you still cried, and that's
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
still
really
cried.
important
I still
because you
cried.
didn't get the full experience, but you still cried.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
still cried. Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
So there is a lot of weight to it. There's a lot of impact, and that's amazing despite it all being cut. Most of it being cut. So 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We take it. We take it.
10 out of 10.
So wait.
definitely.
So what is your favorite season so far then?
That I've watched
Yeah.
or that we watched?
That we've watched together.
Oh, then yeah, In Space and Lost Galaxy. Those
Okay.
two. Yeah.
I feel like those
To
are
be
fair
expected.
answers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like those are fair answers. That might change with the next one.
You cried. That's all. That's not what I said.
It is though. I can't
No.
I can't believe you wanted Zeus to just cry.
I didn't want Zeus's tears.
This Justin Kane just wants to make Zeus cry. I can't believe you.
Do you hear this? Not
I know.
believing you, doubting you, Zeus, and then like putting words in my mouth. Goodness
I'm not the one that
gracious.
said it though. I'm not the one that said it. Roll back the tapes. Roll back the tapes.
Roll back the tape. Roll it back.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm just
More
saying,
acceptable.
again, it's just, even for as little of an experience, because Zeus is living through these episodes in these short form videos. And in the short form video, that got cut up immensely.
Yeah.
It is very hard to give that impact in a short form video.
You still managed to get emotional and cry, and that's amazing, honestly.
Yeah, it is, and it's also hard to make me cry. It's very hard to. So the fact that I still managed to cry because of that says a lot about that series.
Just wait until next season.
Oh God, what are you guys planning?
Oh, it's not what we're planning.
It's not what we're planning.
It's what 2001 Saban era planned.
Oh boy, let's see how that goes. You guys are building up to it. I hope it really does.
It really
live
is.
up to the name.
I hope so. I
hope so.
I hope Connor's video lives up to it.
Here's hoping.
Wait.
Imagine the cuts that would happen or something. Oof.
Does the Time Force video not have a thumbnail? Oh, I guess it just didn't load for me. That was weird.
No, it has one. It has one.
I was like,
he posted it on Twitter as well.
Power Rangers.
Okay, that is the right one. I was like looking at for the next one, and I'm like, why does this just not have a thumbnail? I was so confused. But yeah, I genuinely think Time Force of the Saban era, because we're still in Saban era in general. I think it is the best of the Saban era, without having the context from the other seasons. In Space is always going to be hard to beat because now you've seen, Mighty Morphin all the way up to In Space.
Yeah, it's again the culmination of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on its own,
very hard.
On its own as a standalone story, I still, even to this day,
It's good. It just doesn't hit as hard. It's like jumping into Avengers Endgame and going, "Wow, this is really cool."
Wait, who did that?
I don't understand anything.
That wasn't you,
but
right,
it's
Zeus?
cool.
That wasn't you, right, Zeus? I know someone that did that.
The what?
That watched Endgame, and it was just Endgame.
Who did that?
You know who? It may have been Omi. It may have been Omi. I feel like it was.
Wait, they didn't watch the
Everything else.
first-
They just jumped straight into Endgame.
I feel like it was Omi. I don't know why. I could be
That's
wrong.
so upsetting to hear.
Yeah, I knew it happened with somebody that I've been with before. I can't remember.
I admit I'm not super familiar with Omi, but I'm already disappointed.
It sounds like an Omi thing. I don't want to slander Omi if it's not them. But if it is them, I'm remembering now. I'm remembering. Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm not the type to just go and watch the end of a trilogy or something. I prefer watching from the start to get the bigger impact by the end of it all.
Yeah.
Roy.
Hit me.
DA Mask. I'm curious, have you or Roy watched the Power Rangers 2017 movie? What's your opinion on the movie?
Yeah, I have. Multiple times.
I have so many ticket stubs from that movie.
I only saw it once in theater, but I do have the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray has been watched many times.
I watched that movie so many times in theater. Not only because I enjoyed it, I really did enjoy it, but I wanted it to do well.
Yeah, I did too.
I've told this story before. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I have purchased this game so many times simply because I wanted it to do well in sales. And I know that my purchases don't mean anything, but I've purchased that game over 12 times.
Sweet, You're trying very hard to make sure that it does well.
I purchased it for other people. I purchased it on every single system that it came out on.
That's
I haven't even touched it on half the systems that I've bought it on.
That is
But
nutty.
I wanted it to do well. And I did the same thing with the Power Rangers movie, because when it was coming out, I was like, this has to do well. This has to hit MCU level well. Please, 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 please. It has to do well. So I tried watching it as many times in theaters as I could. But as far as how I feel about the movie, I like the movie. If it wasn't a Power Rangers movie, if you forget it's Power Rangers, it is like a good 7.5. I would even argue 8 in some sequences. As a Power Rangers film, it is like a 6. It's not a good Power Rangers film.
Yeah. It's
there's so many good moments, but it's not a good Power Ranger movie.
Yeah, and I agree completely with Kane. My biggest gripes are all of the non-Power Rangers stuff is great. All of the actors are great. The scenes are great. The score is great. The setting's great.
Everything is so good.
Everything is super well handled. I think the Zords are ugly. I really don't like them.
I like them, but I recognize that they're supposed to be alien in nature.
Yeah.
Which is why I like them.
I don't really like the
They're in
suits.
theme.
Yeah.
Don't really like the suits because we didn't really get to see them in action too much aside from
The suits are
minute and a
very.
half.
I love the suits in the movie. In any other media, like
Yeah.
if I were to get a toy of any of the movie suits, they're so ugly. They are like dollar store knockoff looking. They're so bad. For reference, Zeus. So like this movie was really, really bad with like their toy to what was integrated into the movie. There's a whole morpher that was released as a toy.
Yep.
But it's never used in the film.
Yep.
At all.
Oh.
It doesn't make any sense. They
Yep.
marketed this like so
Terribly.
crazy. They had swords color coded for each of the Rangers.
Yep.
They had, oh goodness, I can't even remember. There was a lot of like really cool things that weren't in the movie at all.
Yep.
But it was like, why?
like the sword. I think the sword is the one that kills me the most because it's like an after credit scene where he like brings the sword back and he's like, you should keep
it's
that.
right before the credits.
Oh, it's right before the credits. But it's like he didn't even use it. He just brings it back and he didn't do anything with it.
He uses it for one scene.
Oh my god, I was so
Literally
mad.
one scene.
I don't know.
One?
So
yeah,
the entire movie, and this is kind of a spoiler, but not really. The entire movie, they train to be Power Rangers, and in that entire time, it's all hand-to-hand combat. It's cool. It's fantastic. But when the Red Ranger fights, he doesn't even use any of his hand-to-hand combat.
Yep.
He summons the sword immediately, not knowing how to do it. He doesn't even know, I'm assuming, had a sword in the first place.
Yep.
Uses it, cuts, two enemies up?
Yep.
And then it immediately cuts to the Megazord sequence.
And the Megazord sequence is played up for a laugh.
It was played up for a laugh? What?
So finally we get to the big reveal for it, and like one of the Rangers is driving it backwards.
Oh,
So-
we have PMC in chat. Hi, PMC. How are
Hey,
you?
what's up, Power Morphicon? How you
We'll
doing?
be in you on Saturday.
Kane, you can't say it like that.
But we're going to be in Power Morphicon.
At Power Morphicon.
Well, yes, but like so the convention, right? And then inside the building is where we're going to be. So technically inside.
I'm streaming. I'm screaming rather.
You are indeed streaming.
I am.
You are
I'm doing
streaming.
both. I'm doing both.
Not wrong. Anyway.
You are not wrong.
I'm screaming. Oh my gosh. Hey, thank you for the dono. Appreciate you. Appreciate it.
Hey, let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, when is this? You can see the pinned tweet I have at the top of chat for more information about the panel that Kane, Zeus, myself, and kind of the Waffle are running. The person that made the videos that we've been reacting to for the past couple of months, and definitely inspired us to even start these kind of talks and conversations and introduce someone who's new to the
Help
franchise.
get us the opportunity to do this at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, really exciting.
I don't think, unless PMC can tell me otherwise, I almost said prove me wrong. I don't think that's going to be streamed. If it is, that is, I don't know. Tell me otherwise. But if you want to see, you're going to have to be at the Convention Center, Pasadena, California, on the 24th.
Yep, 24th, Saturday.
24th, 12 p.m. PST to 1 p.m. PST.
You got it.
We may
It's
record
gonna be
it.
2 a.m. for me.
That's exciting.
Well, if it's recorded, great.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
Let's go.
I'm going to be there. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
We'll love to hear it. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. It's actually going to be our first time talking with Connor the Waffle as well. Like,
This is going to be very exciting. And then we can ask about the teenagers thing. We can ask about the questionable choices in his love
videos.
interest.
Oh no.
No, I feel like his love interest. Like,
No. Yeah, I'm joking, obviously.
I feel like those are fine. Please at least record it. I mean, that's up to Power Morphicon. I'm down for them to do it and then release it later if they want to or anything like that. But yeah, absolutely. I don't think it'll be live streamed. No, they were saying might be recorded, but that's it.
So Connor, why are you a waffle? Actually, I do want to ask that.
I do too.
You know what I want you to ask him? His
Hit me.
fighting game music. Where? Why?
I recognize it all the time. I'm actually meant to ask him too. I love fighting game. The fighting game
Why
music.
specifically fighting game music? I'm so curious. Like genuinely.
I feel like it doesn't get flagged as much.
There's so many other like musics that you could use, songs that you could use, and he just like, oh, it's all fighting game. Maybe he just likes fighting games, and I don't know. So
it could be a child of the '90s, you know?
Yeah.
Because he uses a lot of like Third Strike and Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom, which is all like 90s centric, and like RPGs that were like early 2000s, like with Star Ocean and Tales. So yeah. The panel just becomes an interrogation of Connor the Waffle.
Well, I mean, the first time we're ever gonna meet him, so yeah, I guess.
It really will be. It's gonna be great.
We compiled all these questions just for you.
This is an interview. It's not a panel.
You're supposed to be our moderator, but we're moderating you.
Yeah.
So
100%. 100%.
100%.
That, and we're probably gonna grill Zeus about stuff too.
Yeah.
Hey, what the heck?
It's gonna be great.
I'm here on you guys' side, and you guys are gonna grill me.
Well, yeah, we gotta grill you about like getting into Power Rangers and like how you're enjoying the franchise so far, and things maybe you don't like, things you love, things you're looking forward to, things you're not looking forward to.
Oh, you guys already know what I don't like.
Well, the subscription on Powers, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
That is the first thing.
My gosh,
oh my god, I did the rehash of like, oh, this Power Ranger is supposed to be evil, but don't worry, they'll go back to being good. Oh, never mind, they're back to evil. Oh no, they're good. Oh no, okay.
Oh, they're dead.
Oh, they're dead.
They're dead.
What? That's crazy. Power Rangers never kills anyone. More than once.
More than once.
More than
yeah.
once.
Mm-hmm.
More than once.
More than once. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And always.
I still have Dino Thunder to watch because my friend has been really drilling me.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We're not that far away because Time Force video has already been made, which
we're
means
very close.
Wild Force is after that, then Ninja Storm, and then Dino Thunder. So
Connor also put up another video of like Power Rangers video games.
Yeah. And they did one on toys.
Oh, that's right. That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, the toys one was 2 months ago, and then they just put out one today about
Hell yeah.
Power Ranger games. So, listen,
9 hours ago, I think.
Yeah, if we run out of if we catch up with Connor and we're like really hunkering for some more Power Rangers content, we can watch those other two.
I wonder if he'll cover the card games. Ooh, actually.
Ooh.
So the card game, the ACG card game that came out during Super Mega Force, or Mega Force. I think it was just Mega Force. Whatever, it doesn't matter. That season. That was actually a very interesting game, but it was like very, very luck based.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tried. I really did try because there was supposed to be a competitive scene, and it never came to fruition because it's Power Rangers. I feel like it was like an afterthought. It was a very interesting game design, but it was very luck based. I don't remember how to play it though.
You got me. You got
It's
me.
all good.
Shrugs.
It's all good.
Shrugs.
Also, someone Haley said, sadly never got into Power Ranger Cries, but it's so cool to see people love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things
there's
that
a lot
I
of
really
love for
want to
Power
like.
Rangers.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really want to express to Connor while we're on there.
Yeah.
Is that like he's opened up the eyes of a lot of you in chat. You know, as we've been watching, I've been seeing a lot of comments like, "Oh man, I've been watching Power Ranger for years but fell off. And I'm getting back into it because of you guys," or "Oh wow, this is so cool. I've never gone to watch this because my parents stopped me," or something. And so I want to really relay that to Connor because again, this is the first time we're ever talking to him. I want him to know how much he's changed all of your lives, and that's fantastic. That makes me very happy.
Absolutely, 100%.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Now that being said, are either of you going to keep streaming?
I will be.
Kane?
No, I'm probably going to be ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same.
So we're gonna send you all off to Zeus.
Absolutely.
Don't tell
I'll
Zeus.
be
Don't tell
babysitting.
Zeus.
Don't tell Zeus.
Babysitting.
That's what Joel says.
I do like that. I do like that.
My goodness.
But guys, thank you for coming to another amazing Power Rangers Talks.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for always inviting me.
Hopefully, we'll see you on Saturday. Maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, show of
Hopefully.
hands. Are any of you going to be there?
Anyone who's going, say aye.
I had one person in
any of
chat
you
that
gonna
said they
be
were going to
there?
be there.
Because I realize it's a very niche
Yeah.
convention, right?
Vongole is going to be there. Vongole Lightning.
Yeah!
Yay!
No.
Can't wait to see you.
It's going to be a great time. Sadly, no.
I'm
it's
so
not
excited.
me.
I wish we could go in person. Maybe next
Yeah,
year.
maybe
Not
next
next year.
year.
2 years from
Oh,
now.
yeah, that's right. They're every 2 years.
2 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be able to get my visa by then. Trust.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
In person Zeus adventures. Let's go!
Hey, Kate,
You
thank
think
for
you
the
can
5 bucks.
fly in a
Hopefully.
helicopter? Say helicopter really quick.
Helicopter.
That's not. You know that's not what I wanted.
I'm not saying it. No.
I can't believe you.
I can't.
It's fine. We have the clip. We have the clip.
Fired. Done. All right, I'm sending everybody over. Go buy my stream. Have fun at Zeus's.
Bye,
Oh
guys.
my goodness. We're gonna be rating out as well, everyone.